Non-stop feasting. Leave your cares behind. It's fun and affordable.
You will adore the Renaissance Festival.
The Renaissance Festival is back. Weekend now through April 3rd. Discount tickets available at Bashes and Food City or online at arizona.rentfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines, Bashes, Food City, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
Pepsi is a proud sponsor of the Arizona Renaissance Festival. Enjoy a Pepsi with royalty at the Renaissance Festival this weekend. Huzzah!
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit nationalguard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Steve Jurich here. After working in financial services for over 20 years, I finally confirmed what investors really want, including me. And it's simple. All they're asking for is 20% annual return with no risk and 100% liquidity. Here's the problem. A money market is safe and liquid, but offers almost zero yield. Mutual funds and ETFs are liquid with upside potential, but aren't safe. A carefully selected next generation index annuity through IQ Wealth may offer 10% ample liquidity, principal protection, and a lifetime income yield potentially double to triple that of quality bonds. By yielding more income using fewer dollars, our system allocates more money for you for capital growth. It's a winning combination.
Call leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now, 480-902-3333. Guarantees rely on the claims paying ability of the insurer, so compare with Steve, 480-902-3333. Call Steve now.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM. All right, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Seahawk fan extraordinaire, Ralph from Harmon Solar with us. We got Keon in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar studios in Scottsdale. And let me just say, for the 5th day in a row, I thought I know how the show is going to start. I do not know how the show is going to start. A bunch of stuff just popped in the news, and I guess we'll just start it right off. Boomer Sooner was all over it, and he's like, yep, it's true. And I saw Adam Schefter say the same thing. Deshaun Watson will not face any criminal charges. Now, everything is confidential at this point in the nature of the way this is all working, so we don't know why they decided this. We don't know what evidence he had or they had that they were like, yeah, it's not enough for that. So whatever the case, we'll let the morality of the situation get dealt with later. But right now, let the great 2022 race for Deshaun Watson begin. It's like wagon trains. Everybody's going to come, stampeding towards the Texans, trying to get them a piece of Deshaun Watson for their team. And it's going to be an interesting weekend. As much as, we're still finishing up the conference championships, getting ready for March Madness. The NFL is going to give March Madness a run for its money when it comes to ratings and interest this weekend for sure. So Deshaun Watson will not face criminal charges.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know what you guys think about that, but wow.
I don't know what to think about that. I mean,
That's what I expected anyway.
Wow.
Why did you expect that?
I had been hearing things that was going to happen and was going to probably happen today or Monday.
Well, we thought maybe it would they pass on the felony, but still go after him in a misdemeanor form, which would have been something you get a 6-game suspension or something from the NFL, and then you're back to work soon enough. But with this, no criminal charges. If that is in fact the true statement from the court, again, we just got this, so there might be some other information we don't have. But if there's no criminal charges, he's free and clear. The NFL's got, I guess they could suspend him based off some of the civil case stuff. I mean, they've done that, I guess, before, but this just, I don't know how he got away with it, to be honest, unless, could he be actually innocent?
He could be, but my guess would be the evidence was circumstantial enough that they couldn't prove that he did those things with any degree of confidence to say, we're going to go after him either financially or go after him criminally.
So now we had been talking earlier, Ralph. The Colts are kind of a high character team, probably would not go after Deshaun Watson if there was any kind of criminal charges. The Seahawks, however.
Well, I actually have heard a lot of news out of Seattle that that's probably going to happen.
Well, that's maybe what they want to happen.
Well, no, I've been hearing there's a lot of talking going on. They were expecting this to happen with the results of his case either today or Monday, and that the talks have heated up, and that you probably will have a good shot at seeing him in a Seahawks uniform next year.
Well, there's some other teams who are thinking the exact same thing right now. The only reason, if he's completely innocent, the only reason he doesn't end up in a Colts uniform is you don't trade a guy in the same division.
Right.
You just don't do that.
Right.
Or else, the Colts is a far superior place for him to want to go. Remember, he has to want to go there too. There's a cooperation in that, I guess. But if you get Deshaun Watson, then yes, you go from depressed, crying into your pillow Monday to ecstatic when that happens. If it happens, I don't know. How soon do you think a trade for Deshaun Watson could actually happen, guys?
Very quickly. I do think that the Texans are going to sit back like the guy in Godzilla when he's fighting whatever monster, and he goes, "Let them fight." They're going to sit back and just let all of these teams duke it out and bring whatever offers they have to the table. But when someone becomes clear and obvious, they've got the most things to give and the most to put out there, then they're going to it's going to happen very quickly after that.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle has 2 1s, 2 2s, and Drew Lock to offer. So.
Well, you can keep that last one to yourself.
Yeah, well, they need Lock in.
I think the Texans look at Drew Lock and go, he's not that much better than Davis Mills.
Right.
They might make you keep that one.
2 1s and a 2. I mean, that's a pretty good looking offer.
2 1s and a 2. Basically, what Ralph dated before he met his wife.
Hey-oh, damn! Straight fire! Shots fired already.
There you go. There's the first thing. Deshaun Watson not facing criminal charges. So the great Deshaun Watson sweepstakes is about to begin. Lesser news, but probably I would call this soul-crushing news. Joe Buck is leaving Fox. That's not the soul-crushing part. For a huge deal with ESPN, which means he's going to be over to Monday Night Football. So we did not think that Monday Night Football could get worse.
And yet
we were so damn wrong.
And yet,
holy God.
All right, but is he better than the damn Levy?
Is he different kind of bad?
Come on, is he better than Levy though? Come on.
Is he better than Levy? I don't know. Joe Buck makes me want to sleep. Like Levy annoys me because he's smug. He just makes he's talking down to me from my TV.
Same level.
Joe Buck does not talk down to you.
I don't listen to Joe Buck to know if he's talking down, up, or over to me. I don't care what Steve Levy says. They're both, I think, on the same level of annoying.
I guess I think Levy might actually be better. Only because I watched.
Think Levy would be better? Oh my God!
He's comparing dry poop to wet poop.
Yeah, I mean,
dry poop would be better, but it's still poop.
It's still poop. Thank you, Jeffrey, for explaining. Because I watched Joe Buck call a play. I was watching a Cardinals game, and I can't even remember what happened. It was the fake punt that was a pass, and it was an amazing catch. The guy pinned it on his helmet. and Joe Buck said, and it's caught at the 35-yard line. Like no
That's
emotion at all.
Nothing.
I hurt inside. It was such an amazing play. And part of the broadcaster's job is to bring this to life for me. It didn't come to life. I was freaking out with, my brother right there. We brought it to life. Joe Buck did not do that.
Listen,
Even Troy Aikman had more emotion in that moment
I
than Joe
would
Buck
rather
did.
hear Pink Noise than Levy.
Wow.
And you put Joe Buck in there, it's like hearing Pink Noise. Give me
Wait.
Joe Buck all day,
Sorry.
every day.
I don't know what pink noise
Neither
is.
do I.
Isn't it white?
That's white noise, Randy. That's
There's
white,
pink
right?
noise. No,
Why do
you guys are saying it's white noise because of coming from me. Pink noise is
Oh, I see. No,
that's
actual
white
term.
noise is more like
That's
white
Randy
noise.
noise. That's
No, I-
yeah. No,
See,
that's
that's white noise.
Randy noise.
There's
White
pink
noise
noise.
is
Yeah, it's got a different
All your
timbre to it.
noises is wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can listen. I can impersonate all those brown noise.
that's
See
brown
that?
noise.
That's brown noise right there. And there's pink noise. And then white noise. See, I've got them all covered, man.
You missed yellow.
There's no yellow noise.
Come on, Ralph.
Oh my gosh. And anyway, as far as the Buck, it doesn't matter. We're going to watch Peyton Manning anyway on Mondays, aren't we?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. Moist one says, "Thank God for the Manning
Yeah,
cast."
I agree.
They better not
Problem
take
is-
that 4 weeks off this year.
They're going to. They're going to. You're not going to get every week with those guys. You know how it is. So Monday Night Football, in my opinion, it didn't get better, and I think they probably did get worse. I think it
Yeah.
did get worse.
Well-
There was an opportunity for it to get better,
If-
but now
if-
I'm like, what are they doing with Al Michaels? Where's
Well,
Al Michaels going to go?
If we're losing Lewis Reddick, yes, it got worse.
Oh, yeah,
If
it's
just
going
Buck
to just be
and
those two.
Aikman, it's you after all those years, ABC and Disney is going to go to a 2-man booth, and no, they're going to
The,
keep Riddick in there.
The hair plug budget is only going to support Aikman
jeez.
and Buck.
Well,
There's
Riddick doesn't have
no
the hair
more
plugs.
money.
He,
Yeah,
he
no,
knows he's bald.
Louis Riddick is bald. He's just
Yeah.
embraces it.
He embraces it, man.
That's a good point. Maybe he has a chance, but you know how it is. They're going to go just to the two of them. That's it. They're going to just redo what they did
Wow.
everywhere else. So
All right.
whatever.
Gross.
First and 15 says Joe Buck says pass is caught 74 times a game. That's basically Joe Buck calling the game. Sheriff Tom has some legal information about the whole Deshaun Watson thing. He says if a grand jury didn't come down with a true bill charges, there must be very little evidence of wrongdoing. As they say, a ham sandwich could be indicted. Maybe these girls are all gold diggers. Yeah, well, maybe.
Well,
Because remember, the owner talked to the lawyer who lives down the street. This whole thing got started. It could be a lot of boo-boo, but there also could be elements of truth to it as well. So
yeah, and this is not a gold digger thing because this was a criminal case. They were not seeking. There's also a lawsuit.
well, there is also a civil lawsuit.
Yeah,
that goes
Right.
with
so-
it, though.
That's what I'm
22
saying.
counts of a lawsuit, isn't there?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But people say when someone goes for the lawsuit and they don't do the criminal charges, they go, well, it's a gold digger thing because they didn't do
Right.
the criminal charges. Well, now they're doing the criminal charges.
Well, in this case, you can do both.
You can,
know,
yeah, but that's
and
what
the
I'm
criminal
saying.
charge helps your civil charge.
Right.
It
When it's
does.
only a civil charge, you look over and think not enough for a criminal charge. So this seemed hinky
But
to
people
me.
have done that before. And I'm just
Yeah.
saying, give them the benefit of the doubt. They went to a criminal case because they thought they could win that.
I am not going to victim shame. I'm not going. I don't know. Honestly don't know what really is the thing. And listen, there's so much corruption. Remember,
was just gonna
it is
say.
Texas.
Yeah.
Somebody could have slipped somebody a little something, and suddenly, oh, you kidding me? Deshaun Watson's the most innocent man in this here courtroom.
Speaking of static,
Oh, I
another
gotta go.
superstar
I
gets
gotta
off
I gotta go
scot
shopping.
free and is going to make $100 million plus playing football. Gee, I'm not surprised in the least.
Okay. 888-368-1580. Mars Bars 805. Stop sending me that purple thing you sent. Okay, it's a hand. It's not what you guys think. Happy Friday. Go March Madness. And he'd like an 805 for Duke and the Lopes. Oh, okay. That's what that is. Lopes up. Sorry. Still, it's weird when I see a big old purple thing on my screen, please. Wally Bear says, not to be pretentious, law students, but it doesn't really matter that much if the evidence is circumstantial. Is that they couldn't prove it beyond a reasonable doubt in criminal court, but the standard in civil court is preponderance of the evidence, so he could still get hit pretty hard there. That's what I said earlier, and the NFL could react to that and still end up suspending him.
Yeah,
So-
and that's what I meant when I said it was circumstantial, that the jury, the grand jury looked at it and said, there isn't enough for us to
right.
actually
Oh boy.
Put him in jail.
But we have seen the NFL suspend before without criminal charges. But the other part of this you have to remember is a suspension a team can take. If he comes out criminal dirtbag, you can't take that. So yeah, Deshaun Watson's going to play next year. It just will be a matter of which game he starts. Let's see. King of Kenton says Monday Night Football, Kevin Harlan and Kurt Warner. Well, at least you got that here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Yeah, that's the team.
Toby says Joe Buck is the FKN worse. I can't stand him.
Mm-hmm.
What does that stand for?
Don't do it. No. Moving right along.
Hovering over the dump button as we speak.
No. Just move along.
Just
Move
like,
along.
I can tell you.
Move along.
40.
No.
Boy, sorry, you got me on that one. Big George says, here's a better question. What does Fox do now? Do they go after Al Michaels? I think yes. I think now that Al Michaels was like, you leaving NBC, we all thought he was going to go do Monday Night Football, and we thought maybe he'd do Amazon. So now I think that is the quickest thing that Fox can do. But Fox has been in the football game a long time. You really think they don't have an idea? You really think that they're just gonna not have a marquee team out there? I kind of feel like something is brewing there too.
Yeah.
Let's see. And yeah, that was the other thing. I thought maybe one of the things that, because ESPN and Fox were being very gracious with each other. And I thought what was going to happen, and you still may read this later, I don't have it in front of me, but I thought that Fox would say, let him call baseball for us. We'll let him out of his contract. He can go do the football game for you. And because, Fox still, if I'm not mistaken, does a lot of baseball. So maybe that's part of it, because Fox saying, well, he's been such a good employee for so long, we decided to let him go a year early out of his contract. Just to be nice guys. It's Fox. Okay. They're not being nice guys. There's something going on there. It's either he's going to do baseball or they've got something so huge. They're like, get him the hell out of here as quick as we can because something big is coming. Don't know what it is yet. Boogie says, can we have Aikman and Buck sloppy drunk during the broadcast? I think that might improve it. Well, I think we need to be sloppy drunk to watch that broadcast.
I will say I was listening to one baseball postseason game, and it was like the best call of Joe Buck's life. And I'm sure he was drunk. He sounded drunk, but also he actually kind of loosened up, was having fun. We'll never see that again.
Oakland Mock says, wow, what does bandwagon boy Ralph have to say today? Hi, Keon. Hi, Randy. He leaves me out of it.
Howdy.
That's fine. I
Hey.
don't care.
I have nothing.
You know what? That was the perfect statement for Ralph as a Seahawks fan. I have nothing. I have no quarterback.
My marriage is in shambles. My team is in shambles.
Damn, your marriage is in shambles.
Oh,
Your
well,
marriage is in shambles.
after you hit people, it happens, So
You hit your
No.
wife?
No,
Oh,
she hit him.
you.
yeah.
Oh.
You met her. You
Yeah,
know
that's
she's
a
the
good
one
point.
hit.
If you hit your wife, you would not look unscathed.
You know how much
do
makeup
now.
I have on right now? My goodness.
Well, we never wanted to talk about it, but it has been something we talk about off air. There's a lot of makeup on Ralph. It's unsettling. Big George, thank you for that. Wally the Bear says, will he be allowed to get a massage from the team masseuse? No. As I've said before, I am sure that they have purchased him a massage chair, a neck massager, many of those little massage guns.
Well, his problem wasn't that the team masseuse would have been able to talk to some member of the team.
Yeah.
It was just, don't find random masseuses on Instagram and just slide in the DMs and go, hey.
There are truckloads of massaging things coming to his house right now to try to keep him from visiting massage parlors wherever he goes next. Boomer Sooner says, how about we get Jeffrey O'Brien and Al Michaels? How's that for an announcing team?
Hey, now we're talking. We're talking.
I think I could make it fun with Al, but I'd rather, if we were going to do that, well, Randy, you should come too. And then we could get
Oh,
Keon.
hell yes. We'd have fun, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we get Keon down on the sidelines there because, well, he's the youngest one, so we got to make him, he's still kind of a rookie. So then I don't know how much Al would get done, but I'm sure it'd be fun.
Not a whole lot. Not
Which
a whole
one?
damn lot. I'll tell you that much.
If it was the three of us, let's say it was the three of us someday doing Monday Night Football, who'd do the play-by-play? Me, you, Randy, Keon?
No, I want to be the commentator. You
Well,
see
I
the
don't
way
need a
the guy
commentator.
plows right that other dude? Are you kidding me? Oh my God!
I don't think we
there's
can
a
all be
tackle on the
commentators.
35-yard
Well.
line, and you would be adding to that. Oh my God, his helmet broken too. Yeah, I would be. See, that's the way it would go.
Well, Keon, do you want to be the play-by-play
Yeah,
guy?
I could do it, and then
Could you do
you guys could be more fun. I've done a little play-by-play, high school
Okay.
level, naturally, but you know.
Perfect. It's better than anything Joe Buck has done. So we should do it. We should go do a game somewhere just to show them how good we can be.
I think we should.
What's your problem, Ralph? You're
I
just
wouldn't-
mad because we haven't invited you?
Well, I was a little insulted, and I won't watch it because of that. I mean,
You're insulted.
I would
not
go.
fair at all.
I mean, I could go on the field. I mean, have the
How
coaches.
you're
Well-
a Seahawks fan? How can you be insulted?
So, Ralph, since Keon and Randy and I are now in the booth, yes, we would like to
Sure.
invite you to be the sideline
And it's
reporter.
6 below out, and I'm out. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, so now you're going to complain. You were just complaining. You wouldn't watch it because you weren't invited.
Well,
Now
that's
you're
fine.
bitching about the fact it's cold.
I just want to bitch everything else.
He just
Well,
wants
look,
to
it's been a rough week for
Yeah.
Ralph. I mean,
bitch about
I could see Ralph. He'd be in the Buffalo Stadium under those heater lamps that they have there on the second deck. He's like,
Every
I'm
time
really
the camera
comfortable
goes
up
to
here,
him.
guys. I give a rip what's going on in the field. I'm nice and warm. It's 78 up here. Back to you guys in the booth.
Camera cuts to him. He's in the tunnel. He's like, I think there's something happening out there. Did you guys move? Come, no, just trying to see. Boogie says a truckload of massaging things. I don't know if he gets down like that. Well, we know he gets down somewhat.
he better start.
First and 15 says, does that massage chair come with a happy ending? Otherwise, I don't think Watson would be interested. All right. Like I said, you throw in a few fleshlights, we're good. We're good.
They make stuff with it.
Good Cat says, bye-bye, Carson Wentz. Clap, 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 clap. Bye-bye, Carson. Was that like a cheer? Because Good Cat, we already know that Carson is gone. Boomer Sooner says, look what I've started. We're going to have a Daily Blender broadcast team right here.
Yeah.
Who would let us do this?
Nobody.
Nobody in the right mind. It'd have to be a takeover. We'd have to throw a coup and take over the booth.
Maybe a D3 college.
It'd be the best, most watched damn D3 football game ever.
I think we should do this. I think we should suffer copyright infringement and just do an NFL game.
There we go. On
Have the
YouTube.
game on the screen,
On
and we
YouTube.
will. Yeah, we'll try it. Senior Wake and Bake says, "Hey, Bubble Bath Ralph."
Oh, bath.
I don't. He's probably really stoned
Yeah.
right now. So, all right, we got to take a break. When we come back, all kinds of stuff is going to happen. There's more NFL breaking news to talk about. We got Josh Applebaum with some sports betting 101 coming up on, later on in the program. Going to give away some tickets to Chicago Fest West. That's right. I'm going to give away a big old pile of them because I realized we are not going to be on every day next week because of March Madness. So while the morning show will be on every day, we won't. So we got to give away a bunch of tickets all at once to make sure we've given our quota. So come on back, kids. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Phoenix Suns basketball, they play tonight as they are at home against the Toronto Raptors. Phoenix a 5-point favorite. Over under at 222.5. Busy night in the NBA. Some of the other notable games. Lakers are favored by 4 against the Wizards. Utah 6-point favorite against the Spurs. The Mavericks are 11-point favorites, and Houston take on the Rockets. Miami favored by 7.5 against the Cavaliers. Atlanta a 6.5-point favorite. They're at home against the Clippers. And Boston, they're favored by 14.5. They're at home against the Pistons. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back with my great friend Josh Garcia from the Miracle Mile Deli. Hey Josh, top of the morning to you.
Hey Mark, top of the morning to you too. Hey, we're looking forward to a great week celebrating St. Patty's Week all week long, March 14th through the 19th. We'll have some of the best Valley's corned beef and cabbage for dine-in, takeout, curbside pickup, Shamrock shortbread cookies, mint chocolate chip shakes, and a bunch more.
It's all going down March 14th through the 19th at Miracle Mile Deli. For more information, go to miraclemiledeli.com. Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Are you seeing what is going on in the home buying market right now? Unbelievable. Not enough inventory, and there is a ton of demand. Some of these homes are getting 30, 40, 50 offers on them. How are you going to stand out? How are you going to differentiate yourself from the other buyers who are in line? I have a way. Use the Lund Mortgage Team. Lund Mortgage Team is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience right here in the Valley. They have a great reputation, and it is a trustworthy pre-approval. And on top of that, they are quick. That's one of the things. You got to come equipped and be ready to buy. So what you need to do is make that first phone call to 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. Get that pre-approval going, and then get yourself ready to go buy that home of your dreams. Go online, lundmortgageteam.com, or call 623-875-9940.
Hey, Arizona, FanDuel is giving you the chance to shoot threes on your son's home court. Just visit the FanDuel Sportsbook at Footprint Center from March 13th to the 17th and place any $100 plus bet on the bracket with at least 400 odds. Then register at FanDuel.com/Phoenix to get your spot on the court. You can enjoy the outdoor terrace at America's #1 sportsbook and watch live games on over 40 TVs. New to FanDuel, sign up online using promo code DALE1580 through the app to get your first online bet, risk-free up to $1,000. Go to FanDuel.com/Phoenix to get your spot on the court and learn more. You must be 21 or older and present in Arizona. In-person wager at Footprint Center required. Shootout occurs on 3/17 from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Restrictions apply. Full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
The dictionary describes madness as frenzy, rage, intense excitement. Yeah, that sounds about right. We define it like this.
There's the pass to Leitner. Puts it up. To take the through for the win.
The madness is coming. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, the home for March Madness.
David Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. All right, everybody, we've got Chicago Fest West. It is happening next weekend, Saturday, March 19th, 2 to 9:30 p.m. And now it will be amidst spring training with the Chicago Cubs. So Chicago Fest West is a celebration of Chicago through music, food, classic car show. There will be athletes and celebrities and stuff like that to really figure out what it's all about. Go to chicagofestwest.com. If you don't win tickets here, you can get them there. And remember, all the proceeds benefit College Bound Arizona. It's an organization that provides laptops and other needs to underprivileged students just trying to get their education. So chicagofestwest.com today. So Keon, just be ready. We're going to be giving tickets away. I don't want you to be, surprised.
Okay.
By this.
Yeah, I feel like we've mentioned it a few times.
I just want to make sure you're not completely surprised when I say caller 4 right now, 888-368-1580, because I'm saying it right now. I'm actually saying it right now. You can have 4 tickets. You can have 2 tickets, whatever you want. Caller 4, 888-368-1580 right now for Chicago Fest West tickets. You can pick them up at will call, so you don't even have to come down to the radio station to get them. No emails involved. Just you get them at the will call. 888-368-1580. Let's go to the text line while Keon is taking care of business there. Let's see. Chief Skull says, afternoon, guys. I wanted to put it out there that Kirk Cousins. Okay, I'm just going to stop you right there. Nobody wants Kirk Cousins, Chief Skull. Nobody wants Ralph. Do your Seahawks want Kirk Cousins?
Heck no.
And I know the Commandos didn't because they took our problem, Carson Wentz.
Probably rather have now, but
he says Kirk Cousins and his no discount attitude for a slightly above average quarterback is available. And I heard that the Colts and Seahawks are in a bidding war for this.
Yeah, right.
You are delusional. And I'm just not going to read any more of that horrible text.
I thought I heard he was going to Miami.
For Tua and draft picks.
Yeah.
That's what I saw earlier.
That's what I
today.
saw.
there's a lot of rumors that are bouncing around. How who's saying that?
I saw it like two or three different places. I have to go look. But yeah, it was for Tua and a couple picks, right?
Yeah, be ready to pour a lot of drinks for Fish Tank if that happens.
Yeah.
Big George says, I'm pretty sure Peacock will let you do their new Sunday morning Major League Baseball broadcast since nobody watches. Thanks, George, but we don't want to do baseball.
That's my dream, to call a baseball game. I think that would be a lot of fun. So
if
I'm
we do
in.
that,
I'm in. Me and Ralph are in.
Right. You be the play-by-play guy. Ralph can be the commentator, and Keon and I will watch. We'll just
Okay,
watch.
you guys want to be the best damn baseball game you've ever
could be
watched.
the dugout reporters.
They have those?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they got a visitor side, home side. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right there by the dugout. You guys could be down there. You could be Jeffrey. You'll probably get thrown out in the first inning. Though.
More than likely, but I want to choose which dugout I'm in. I have seniority, so I at least get to choose which dugout.
Yeah.
We can put Keon in the bullpen.
Yeah. Okay. I can. That means I can kind of drift between the two dugouts, and I can just walk across the field. In the middle of play. Like, what are you doing? I just need to go there and talk to this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think, all right, I'm in.
I think really what we should do is put Jeffrey out in the bleachers, the cheap seats, out in left or right field. Out there with all the people, amongst the people.
In Chicago, that'd be cool. He'd be out there drinking and
that would be a gas.
Yeah. I don't want to be around people.
We get him out there on the big green monster.
Yeah.
Out there in Boston. Oh hell yeah, that'd be fun.
I don't like you guys anymore. You're just being mean to me now.
No, it would be fun. You would enjoy that. You'd be out there and all the drunks.
I don't want
out
to be
there.
one of them idiots that are out there with the crowd. Hey, everybody! Ha ha ha! I hate that.
No, you're not gonna. I've known you for.
We've had people work for the station to do that nonsense. I don't want to be like that.
No, you'll be who you are. You'll be out there stirring up trouble.
Let's watch our mascot race.
No, it's not. No. You have this all wrong. You've got.
I got to lie to people and tell them I have a real job.
Yeah, this is all wrong. It's all wrong. You're getting not even human interest.
You were fine when you had me in the dugout. Now I'm offended. You're going to put me out in the outfield.
Well, I don't want you to be offended.
I'm a little offended.
Everyone's getting offended.
I don't know.
Everybody's taking a turn today, I guess.
Is this a woke radio show? We're all offended at each other.
I'm barely awoke right
canceling
now.
each other out.
I'm tired. Keon, who do we have for a winner of the tickets there for the Chicago Festival?
It's Michael.
Okay, Michael.
He listens.
Hey, Michael.
Hasn't texted in yet, but
long-time listener, first-time caller.
Anytime I hear Michael, I think Michael Knights.
Every time I hear Michael, I think of our old GM, Michael. He used to come in and get mad at us during the show.
Well, he didn't come in after I asked him that. Hey, smoke crack, and he never came in again. He never. This is 1993.
True story.
Wow. I didn't know who he was.
He avoided Jeffrey for the longest time
because I didn't know who he was. I thought he was just some salesman.
Who's that guy that told me to smoke crack?
I wasn't telling him. I was asking.
Nothing like telling somebody you don't know. Hey, smoke crack?
That's my morning show. Oh, that's Jeffrey. Oh, okay. All right then.
Last Toby wants to know if our periods sync. Yes. Yes,
wow.
I do.
Wow.
Thundersnow says, I'm offended by Ralph even being on the show.
Wow.
Fish Tank says, not a damn chance. If we make that trade, I am now a Cardinals fan.
Wow.
Fish
Tank.
We'll have to change his name. He's Fish Tank.
It's going to be Bird Nest.
Chief Skull says, I don't want to either. Okay. Boogie says, I think you guys should do play-by-play for an NFL youth league or a bunch of 10 and 11-year-olds during their flag football game. Then you just record that.
Jeffrey will make him cry. No.
Like 3 times I've done that. 3 times, and now you guys can stick with me?
3 times, and we only did 1 game that time. And you made 3 kids cry. Remember that?
You know what? They got to toughen up somewhere. Okay. Boomer says, Jeffrey, tell Ralph from Harmon Solar that we all go through these ups and downs. It just so happens that his hissy chickens will be down for a long time.
Not at all.
Wow, I think that's even better than Rainy City Bitch Pigeon. I don't know. Hissy chickens. That is so good.
I'm going to let the people just enjoy my pain today. It's fine. It's okay. It's hard.
So you haven't. Keon seems like he's gotten over Carson Wentz going to the Commandos.
Have I? That's interesting.
He'll never get over that, especially when he sees him in his uniform.
All right.
He goes home every night and screams into his pillow.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I thought he already did that because he works with us.
I just you talked about it yesterday that I was going to go through the stages of grief,
Right,
but I'm telling
7
you,
stages.
it's going to be anger every day. That's all the stages I have.
Okay, so let's rank our NFL misery then, shall we? Who has it? Let's go from best to worst. Randy has it the best. Yes, there was some drama with Kyler Murray, but they seem to be making nice,
No,
and at
no,
least you're going to have the status quo. Okay.
No.
You're going to say your woes are worse than my woes or Keon's or even Ralph's?
No one's worse than mine.
Let me tell you a little story about how our football team let one of the elite pass rushers in the entire league just go and
Yeah,
not even
Chandler
make
Jones.
not even make a pass at him, not even try to throw millions of dollars at him to try to keep him here. You have a small window of winning here. You've got one of the most elite edge rushers in the damn game today.
They believe in Simmons.
And you're just, good. They believe in Simmons. Where else is he going to be?
and Zaven
Middle
Collins,
of the field. Oh my
who
God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I want to believe in Collins.
Oh,
I don't believe in Collins like they believe in
Are
Collins.
you kidding me? We have a
Okay.
chance. We have a window here, and we're just going to let him walk away.
Talk to me
Horrible.
about windows, Randy. Talk to me about a window for a Super Bowl for my Colts, and then Carson Wentz craps it away the last 2 games. The last game against the Jaguars. You want to talk to me about windows? Let's talk about windows. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. I think we are not qualified to even rank our own misery. I think that these super fans have to rank our misery for us because we're all going to think our misery is worse than it probably is.
I
Like,
don't.
if
I don't
rank
think
it,
we're
it
worse
goes-
than Ralph. But
Well,
boy,
I don't have a quarterback. I have no quarterback.
Yeah, but
Neither
you've
do
never
I.
had
I have the quarterback you didn't want.
Thank you.
I nominate Big George
Good
to
point.
argue about the Cardinals for me. Big
Nah.
George is
No,
he's my
no.
arguer.
We're not arguing
Fortune
about the
mentioned
team.
Big George.
No.
Take it, Big George.
That's not what
Go
we're
ahead.
doing.
Chandler
What we're
Jones
doing
is just gonna damn
is-
walk away.
No, Jesus. What we're doing is ranking the Daily Blenders NFL misery. Like if I were to do it right now, I don't care if you agree, Randy, but you have the least misery,
No, please.
followed by the Colts, because even though I don't have a quarterback, I think they've got a plan, and at least we don't have Carson Wentz. Then the Washington Commandos are in third place I'm sorry, third down, up, down. I don't know which way to go.
Third place.
Down.
Anyways,
Just
they're the
say
third
place.
most miserable,
Yeah,
and then of course the Seahawks are the most miserable. So
Absolutely.
that's how I'd rank it: Randy, me, Keon, Ralph.
I think that's fair.
Other-
100%.
No, I disagree.
So everybody agrees with me, but Randy.
Yeah.
Because
We don't need you to do this anymore, super fans. We got this.
Randy's talking about a window. I'm like, window's been sealed shut for 20 years. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Well,
Randy, go ahead and give us your ranking then. You rank the Daily Blender Misery Index.
All right. Hey, Keon, you should be used to losing. You're a Washington Commandos
No,
football
don't
team
just
fan.
insult us.
Number 2,
Rank it.
it's nobody's fault but Andrew Luck for walking off the field on you. So you should already be used to this.
Wait,
It's been
this
3
makes
years
no
of
sense.
misery. As far as you, Ralph, you have a damn Super Bowl. I don't even want to hear from you. Stay over there. And when you go to the damn Super Bowl with another team, you're not miserable. You're a team jumper. I am the most miserable. Chandler Jones is walking the hell away.
Well, wait.
You're a
We're
delusional.
paying Carson Wentz $28.5 million to do something Taylor Heineke could have done for free.
Randy's
Not my
missing,
fault.
but Randy's missing the point. He's basing his misery on other things. If you're talking about Super Bowl misery, yeah, your team sucks. Has never won a Super Bowl. All of our teams have won Super Bowls.
Well,
Thank you.
that would mean
So,
that
yeah.
Ralph's team is the least miserable because I think they've had
The most recent.
most recent Super Bowl. Then there's my Colts. Then there is the Washington
Keon, yeah.
Commandos, and then Randy
Right.
is the most
Two.
miserable.
In that case, Randy, you're 100% right.
But that's not what we're
3 are-
talking about.
I have-
easily
We're
the
talking
most
about
miserable.
misery in general right now,
Look,
guys.
I have witnessed with my own 2 eyes. I have seen my team in as many Super Bowls as Randy has seen his team in. How on earth am I less miserable? Okay, they won a Super
Yeah,
Bowl
you know what?
in the
You know,
91
Keon,
season.
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't see it. I
look,
was 2.
I love you, Keon, but you've been the most miserable. You don't even count here. It's between Jeffrey, Ralph, and myself. I mean, your team has been horrible for so long. You don't even know what a successful season looks like. At this point.
I know when we overpay to be bad, though.
Just being used to being miserable doesn't make him less miserable.
He's the least miserable at this point because he doesn't know what success looks like.
None of you traded away two Pro Bowlers this week.
I do know what success looks like because 2 of the other teams in my division have won Super Bowls in front of my face. I know exactly.
Pro Bowler. We have a chance to lock him up, or we're letting him walk away.
So basically, here's what we've learned. My list was correct, even though Randy will never agree with it.
Right.
That again, Randy is the least miserable,
Oh my God.
followed by me, followed by Keon, followed by Ralph.
Misery is relative. That's all I
At
have
this
to say.
moment, we will see what the next batch of fresh new hell that the Colts or the Seahawks or the Cardinals or Commandos bring to us. But at this point, I think we got to figure
The
it out.
bad part's going to be if the Seahawks get Watson, you guys are going to be merciless about Watson and his thing that he's done. And
Oh, yeah.
It's just the next thing for you to attack.
but,
about the
but if
Seahawks.
we're just going to talk about on the field football misery, you'd be scot free.
I would.
I
would
to
feel a lot
parlay
better.
Russell Wilson into Deshaun Watson,
I
who's
would-
basically younger Russell Wilson, is just.
I would feel good.
Would be so unfair.
I
don't think I could forgive you.
I would go to Randy's house at that point.
Thinking about what the
Because I
jokes
heard
might be.
everything he said that day when Russell Wilson got traded. So
Could be we call him Deshaun allegedly Watson. I don't know. I gotta work it out. I gotta work through this. Gotta workshop
whatever
this
it takes, man.
Big George says, okay, Cardinals have the most misery of any of your teams. He says, I'd like to submit an evidence, Exhibit A. Cardinals have not won a single Super Bowl and have only been to one Super Bowl in their entire history. The
Thank
Colts
you.
have won multiple Super Bowls along with the Washington Commandos.
Thank you.
Seahawks have won a Super Bowl. Cardinals have a lifetime of misery. But that wasn't the
Big
assignment,
George.
George. It was ranking our miseries
Big
as
George.
it is now. And
I
it
am
was
the most
not
miserable.
it
there
was
is.
not Super Bowl based.
Does Joe
Yeah,
Gibbs
after-
still coach football? Because
No, he has a very
He's a
he has a
NASCAR.
very successful NASCAR team.
Well-
So bad for you.
that's where all the Super Bowls happen, Big George. Since Joe Gibbs stopped coaching football the first time, because he didn't win anything the second time either. There's been no Super Bowls, Big George. What are you talking about?
Good cat says, Ralph, what's your prediction for the Sea Bitches record next year?
If it stays the way it is as far as personnel, I think
Yeah,
we
they're
win.
going to have no quarterback, Ralph.
I would say we win 4 games.
With Geno Smith, 4 games.
4 games? No, with Locke.
Oh, that's right. You got Locke.
Geno Smith's not even on the roster right now.
Is he? I thought he was.
No,
Okay.
he was a 1-year deal.
It don't look good, but it's also not the final form for the Seahawks or for the Colts. It
Right.
might be the final form for the Commandos and the Cardinals.
We have no cap space. We gave it all up for Carson Wentz. Of course, this is our final form. What else?
Well,
what else can we do?
Yeah, I agree. You're done. That was a horrible move. I feel bad for you. It sucks.
We ate a whole contract and gave up 2 third-round picks, one of which
I
might
agree.
become a second, for something that Taylor Heineke could already do for like a fraction of the cost. Like, I just don't understand what we did.
You need to start watching the Nationals. Is what you need to start doing.
I can't wait. Oh, I'm so good. Listen, when baseball came back yesterday, nobody, and I do mean nobody, was happier than me.
I was pretty.
Well, I don't know.
happy.
I was pretty happy when we found out we got out from under that contract. Thanks. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
8 Out presents Terrifying Jobs.
Bull Rider, take 2.
Today we're talking with Clifford Maxwell, a rodeo bullfighter. His job? Distract raging bulls from going after Throne Rider. Cliff, this seems like a really terrifying job. Why do you do it?
I love protecting the bull riders when they get bucked up.
How big are these bulls?
12 to 2,200 pounds of pure muscle.
You're not cowed by any of this, obviously. Is there anything that scares you?
Yeah. Distracted drivers terrify me.
This message is brought to you by ADOT, the ABA, and this station. Medical data brought to you from Summit Mill Medical Center.
Over half of the guys over the age of 45 have some type of erectile dysfunction. If you fall into this category, you are obviously not alone. Don't worry about it. Do something about it. Call Summit Male Medical at 480-398-1000. Let our Arizona licensed doctors and all male medical staff using FDA-approved medication help you enjoy your life again. We guarantee it. Low testosterone, common signs are muscle loss, irritability, weight gain, decreased libido. Our testosterone therapy will turn you around. Discreet, professional, and we are successful. Don't let getting older get you down. Call today, 480-398-1000. That's 480-398-1000. Or go to summitmalemedical.com. What are you waiting for? Call today, 480-398-1000.
Lifestyles Unlimited Wealth and Passive Income Expo is March 17th, 18th, and 19th. Learn how to retire in 5 years or less from thousands of investors and expert wealth educators. Seek from topics like single-family rentals, buying apartment communities, passive investing, workshops on raising capital, asset protection, tax-free income, and more. Go to wealthandpassiveincomeexpo.com. Free for military, first responders, and medical professionals. Enter promo code EXPO USA. Open to everybody. Wealthandpassiveincomeexpo.com. That's wealthandpassiveincomeexpo.com.
1580, The Fanatic.
David Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. And don't forget, very few days left. Be ready and in place to go do this thing called the Harman Solar 1580, The Fanatic Bracket Challenge. You can win $1,580 from Harman Solar. All you got to do is go to 1580thefanatic.com. The link is right there, front page. Just scroll down just a teeny bit there and click on the link for the CBS Sports platform. Enter that thing and be ready to go. The pool password is right there. Sometimes it asks for it, sometimes it doesn't, but it's Harman, all lowercase. And don't worry, this is not something that the Russians are going to hack. This is just so you guys, the actual listeners, are the only ones in this pool. So we don't have people from Tulsa trying to win this thing. Anyways, you get first place of $1,580 from Harman Solar. We have some more prizes and stuff on the way too. It's getting work done. So big thanks to Harman Solar for ponying up that $1,580 prize, which none of us have even a slight chance of winning, even if we were eligible.
That's not
right?
true.
Are you good at brackets, Ralph? I seem to
Sometimes.
remember what happened to you last year.
I think we should have a bracket challenge for the four of us. And
Okay, well, we could use the results that we do on this bracket as the barometer there. So you think you can beat Keon?
I think Keon will beat all of us.
Yeah.
Because his basketball knowledge is superior, in my opinion. But I'll take.
You're just sure you can beat me and Randy.
I think you and Randy, are pretty easy to beat.
Well, I have a theory. My theory this year is I'm going to use the dumbest school wins, meaning if a school is from, say, Arizona and a school is from, say, Massachusetts, well, the education of Arizonans, the education level is lower. So I'm going to say Arizona wins. And that is how this is going to work. Now, you would think that since it is the school from Chalupaville, that it would probably be the winner on that, loser in education, winner in the game, but you're the winner if you're the loser in education. See how I did that? I flipped it. So the dumber the place the school is from, the win they get the win.
I'll probably have my wife just pick mine, just based on names or logos or something.
I have done that over the years. I've tried to mimic what women do to just win these things. Has not worked yet.
No,
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Navy Brad says, Jeffrey, free buddy. He's a good dog. Well, he's been free for a while. You keep in mind when you punish a dog, the attention span is pretty short. They just need to remember the feeling that they got when they did something wrong and then they felt bad because they disappointed you. I never hit a dog. I will raise my voice, correct the dog, and then I actually did. I put him in a little bit of prison, and then as long as his attention span was, then I let him out and he went back to normal. So, but no, he did the crime. And I'll tell you what, people have been suggesting on Twitter what I do. So here's what happened. This morning, I'm standing there talking to my wife, and my wife, she's, oh my God, the dog just goes from zero to dig about a 2-foot hole like in 2 seconds. He is accomplished at digging. And so I was like, no. And he was, oh, good. And so then I scolded, don't do this. And then I put him in prison. And then I filled the hole back up. And I immediately regretted it because I remembered something that Randy White said. If it gets to be a thing where they're digging, you bury his own poop in the hole.
Yep.
And the next time he tries to dig, he's like, oh, that's my poop. And then maybe that'll help stop him. Somebody else said I should spray a bunch of cayenne pepper out there. But I think they said that just because it's windy and they wanted me to.
Well, that could be too.
No, that does work.
So for anybody who's worried about Buddy, that was a very short prison sentence where I kept him in the lockup. And
it's just his expression is so strong. It looks like he's doing 45 to life.
Yeah, he is
just
45 to life.
He's very emotional and emotive on that.
Yeah.
But he also has this nervous energy when I first started yelling, like, no. And he's like, hey, and he ran over to the grass. He's like, we're going to play over here, right? Don't go over there. Come over here with me. It's like, no, I've seen the hole. It's too late. I've seen the hole. Nice try. Get in the house. Well, I'm working on it. He's a puppy still. It's just some more training to go. But I think I am going to do the bury the poop plan, Randy. So thanks for that info.
Yeah. Yeah.
Senior Wake and Bake says, hey, Ralph, not even solar power could help you keep Russ Wilson. See, your insults are not so good right now, Senior
No,
Wake.
no. Yeah. It's not even 420.
I'm just saying, come down a little bit first, and
Or
then
get
try it
back up.
again.
Yeah. Chandler Jones says Chief Skull. Goodbye. Now Keim can draft linebackers, small, fast, crappy wide receivers, and defensive linemen that can't get out of the blocks unless a burrito is out there on the ground.
Yep.
I don't understand the last part.
Mm-hmm.
Boogie says, whenever I'm feeling down, I just think of the apology that head coach Frank Reich for vouching for Wentz in the first place had to give to Jim Irsay. It always makes me laugh. Then I realize that Wentz is now commando. And then I laugh even more. It's a great way to hide my own pain.
Yeah.
It's very
Because
effective, I imagine.
It's about that time Boogie realizes he's a Detroit Lions fan. So
It kicks in every time.
Yeah.
Boomer Sooner says, yeah, Randy, talk to me about windows. My Rams won the Super Bowl. We just got a certain window to win a few more. Wait, how's that bad?
I feel so bad for you.
Oh, no.
That was a brag. That was a humble brag.
You literally accomplished the only thing that any of these windows are for.
Yeah,
No.
I think I'm going to cry. Oh my, that hurt.
I find my finger hovering over the block button more often. First and 15 says, look at the bright side, Keon. You can get better odds on the Washington Commandos to win the Super Bowl now that they're signed up the wins.
I never bet on this team to win the Super Bowl, and I've been correct my whole life.
Lacrosse guy says, most miserable, hissy chickens and the gum murderer. Yeah, that would be your team.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
bag of
Harold.
bones that patrols the sideline and just murders a pack of gum. Come on, referee, what do you call that? Give me a break.
Did you want to see his rings or?
Are we going to cut them in half to see the rings? Or? Oh, you mean the Super Bowl rings? That was a weird thing.
I was just sitting here listening to Keon, and I'm so sad for you because you've never seen your team win anything. That's
My team hasn't been to an NFC title game in the last 20 years.
That sucks.
It's us, the Lions, and the Cowboys are the only three teams in football that haven't been to a title game. Been to the game, not even won it. Been to the game.
We can't even get tickets.
That's literally the only thing that brings me joy is that Dallas hasn't gone either. Other than that, I'd be
That's fair.
well.
Lost Toby says least miserable the Colts, third least miserable Washington, second Cardinals, and then Seattle is number one. Everybody is at least giving Seattle number one status at this moment.
You have to.
Yeah.
The world will right itself though, guys, and eventually it will absolutely be the Commandos again. There's no way that
the world will right itself.
It's nature.
It doesn't even have to be nature. Carson Wentz is the quarterback. He's going to do it for us.
Genetics and the DNA of all things in the cosmos. I don't know what runs stuff, but the minute they see that the Commandos were not the most miserable, things were put into motion.
Does it piss you off that Russ turned down in a trade to the Commandos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it worse because they offered more stuff.
They did. He just
See,
didn't
I
wanna
know
go- he
why.
didn't
And
wanna
they
go
offered it first. They called before
Yeah, him and
Denver
them and
did.
them and the Eagles did, and he said no.
Okay, the reason Russ said no to the Commandos had nothing to do with your coach, had nothing to do with what they were offering. It was everything to do with your owner. I guarantee you,
I
and some
believe
of the
you.
other dirtbags in the organization.
I believe
and
you.
that's got to hurt even more.
Because you can't, that's the one thing you can't change. Bad owner can't change it. Bad GM gets fired. Bad coach eventually gets fired. Bad quarterback will eventually not make it to their next contract or get cut or whatever. Bad owner. I mean, and the thing with Dan is Dan's not even really old. He'll just be here forever unless he finally steps in it. So obviously they have to push him out.
You would have thought he'd already, Sterlinged himself out like the Clippers owner did, but no, not quite. I guess for the NFL standard. Thunder Snow says Keon has the most misery. No, not much hope this season, and really no hope the last decade.
And the thing is, like without Carson Wentz, it's not that bad because you can draft the guy. You can always draft a quarterback and see where it goes. We already know what Carson Wentz is, and it would be insane to draft the guy now.
No, there's nothing out there anyway coming up this year. But the good thing is he's going to have such a crappy year, hopefully, that you can maybe get a 1 or 2 pick next year.
I mean,
there's some better guys coming out.
That is the only silver lining.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That we're not committed to this contract longer than a year. But when you start with that being the positive, that's not a positive.
Jiggy says, how about Carr to the Colts? Cooper and Carr reuniting in Indy. I guess I wouldn't be too upset about Derek Carr, especially with how solid the rest of the team is. Because I like it, it won't happen. Dr. Maxter says, happy Friday, guys. When I'm feeling down and lonely, I always like to blow the head off a turkey in the woods. I'm sorry. I had to move the screen. Had to scroll. Right, Randy? In any case, don't forget about the lowly Cleveland Browns. They've never even made it to the show.
You know what, Tom? I love you, and thanks for bringing up the turkey hunt that's coming up here this April. But we're not talking about the damn Browns. We're talking about my Cardinals letting Chandler Jones go away, and why I'm the most miserable out of this entire panel right here. That's who we're talking about, Tom. We're not talking about the Browns. We already know they're miserable.
Browns have righted their
we're not
ship.
going to talk about the damn Browns, okay, Tom?
The Browns
All right?
have won a playoff game in the last couple of years.
What might happen
I don't know
this
what
year
that feels like.
in the annual turkey hunt? If there's 3 or 4 shells in my gun, I may go after an entire herd. I had blow-ins on toms, the damn trees. Everybody get out of the way.
Man,
should be doing that anyway.
No, you don't shoot a hen. No, Dr. Mack
What?
will tell you, you don't shoot a hen. That's
Why
a
not?
baby making machine. You don't do that.
I'm a
No.
baby making machine.
No. Yeah, well, you are a sexy beast.
Oh, crap.
but,
I just gave him another drop.
Yeah.
I'm a baby making machine. Good Cat says, regarding the most miserable, what about the Texans? Oh, yeah. That is just getting worse and worse.
Well,
and worse,
that's the
isn't it?
thing, though. With the Texans, they have Deshaun. They're about to get a haul right now that's going to at least start them on the path to getting this team turned around.
That's
You ever have to rebuild after a rebuild when you rebuilt? This is bad. the Texans are in bad shape. Senior Wake and Bake says, just a reminder, Niners have a few Lombardis. Just a reminder. Ralph, or should I say crying in Seattle. Thanks. Randy's Chuckle says, wait, did Keon just say bad GMs get fired? That happens.
That does
Why
happen.
is Kime still here?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Thank
look,
you.
Thank
you.
It takes longer for most of them to get fired, though. It does take longer, but it does happen.
Good Cat said, yeah, you guys are forgetting the Jets over there? The Jets?
No one cares about the Jets.
Yeah.
We did go ahead and do our Daily Blender top 5 of the worst situations, but all of that has even changed, I think, since the last time we did that bit. I think I have nailed it. If Keon and Ralph both agree with me, then I know I'm right. And I know you feel your pain is the worst, Randy, but I believe it's Cardinals, Colts, Commandos,
No.
Seahawks.
No,
I agree.
no.
Yeah.
I agree.
Good Cat says, no, listen, Jets. I mean, you have Bruce Jacobs as your super fan. That's got to make you the most miserable.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Boomer Sooner says, is Ralph's new nickname Sleepless in Seattle? I think it's Sexless in Seattle.
Yeah, ask my wife. I don't know.
Chief Skull says, did Ralph's sea chicken's anxiety kick in and he went off camera for a good cry? I know. Yeah, you did fall off the camera there. Did you
Yeah,
come
I
out
had
with a
rebooted.
Little tear
Yeah,
right
I
there?
was. Yeah.
Cry, baby. Cry, baby, cry. Little cry. You cry?
I get emotional.
You gonna cry, baby? Cry, baby, cry. Remember in junior high, somebody would do that. Even if you weren't gonna cry, all of a sudden you're like, no, and all of a sudden you feel like, oh God, my eyes are starting to water. All right, guys, that is 1 hour down and 2 to go. Come on back, kids. The Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hey, Arizona, FanDuel's giving you the chance to shoot threes on the Suns' home court. Just visit the FanDuel Sportsbook at Footprint Center from March 13th to March 17th and place any $100 plus bet on the bracket with at least plus 400 odds. Then register at FanDuel.com/Phoenix to get your spot on the court. Plus, join them for the opening night of games at the FanDuel Sportsbook. You can enjoy the outdoor terrace at America's #1 sportsbook and watch live games on over 40 TVs. New to FanDuel Sportsbook? Sign up online using promo code Steve1580 through the app and get your first online bet risk-free up to $1,000. Put your basketball shooting skills to the test on March 17th. Go to FanDuel.com/Phoenix to get your spot on the court and learn more. 21 plus and present in Arizona. In-person wager at Footprint Center required. Shootout occurs on March 17th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP and text NEXT STEP to 53342.
Okay, you're back to dining out, but there's dining and there's dinnertainment. Get ready for an amazing dining experience like none you've ever had at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. When it comes to Asian cuisine, nobody does it better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented Teppan chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It's not just dinner, it's dinnertainment. A memorable dining experience where delicious 7-course meals prepared right at your table with flair. It's a perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, cocktails, and more. Book your night of fun right now. Visit KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. That's 480-607-1114. We'll see you there.
This is Dale Hellestrade from my friends at Constructors Bonding. If you need bonds, you can put your trust in Arizona's industry leader for the best service, rates, terms, and capacity anywhere. Constructors Bonding is the #1 writer with 14 sureties and will improve your bond program. Call Dave McKee today to learn how Constructors Bonding will perform for you. 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 or visit cbialliance.com.
Seems like everything is going electric these days. Electric cars, electric trucks. But what you save on gas, you pay for with that electric bill. With all these things being plugged into your house, wouldn't it be nice to save up to 85% on your monthly electric bill? Well, you can do that with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Call Harmon Solar. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, woman-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM. And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
People settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Ralph with us from Harmon Solar. Keon Rose is in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Hey, Ralph.
Yeah.
Is a new texter here on the program. Says, this message is for Ralph. This is Jack. I am, and you are a loser. Is it Jack I am?
Yeah, he calls himself Jack. He's got a Jack file. I know who this is. He's a very disturbed person.
One of your pals?
He's not a pal at all.
Oh.
Don't even know that I would call him a friend.
Yeah.
But he's definitely disturbed.
Is he a coworker?
No, he's just he's my son's girlfriend's dad.
Your son's girlfriend's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, you better be nice to him because there's probably going to be some apologizing you'll have to do later.
Potential potential family down the road, huh?
I've already told him, "Hey, you're letting your daughter date my son. That's your problem."
Yeah, it really is on him. That
It
is,
is.
you know, you get what you get.
You get what you get. I'm not responsible. Take a look at me. If he's going to be what I am, it's all it is. You know, it is what it is.
So I used to worry that I was gonna have to tie my daughter up to like a anvil in the attic and keep her away from the boys.
Mhm.
And then as she's grown older, I realized
There's
be
nothing
me.
wrong with that statement at all.
No, it'll be me apologizing to a lot of boys whose hearts
yeah.
she breaks because
Yeah.
she's not somebody to be trifled with. So I'm like, I am not worried about her anymore. Just anytime a guy shows up to pick her up, I'm like, you sure about this? You know? Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck to you. So, all right, Jack me off, Jack I am, or whatever your name is there.
Jack Mehoff.
Yeah. A-Wings 22 says, wow, all your guys' NFL sorrow makes me feel good about my Jets. You should not. You really should not.
You're not that far away.
Fish Tank says
Yeah.
Dolphin fans have to bring up something that happened in the early 70s to be proud.
Yeah, good point.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, that's that. Okay. All right. 888-368-1580. The other big news that happened before we got on air was that, and this could be a telling thing about Derek Carr. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But Max Crosby got himself a 4-year extension worth $95 million and 53 of that guaranteed. Deal makes him the third year defensive end amongst the highest paid defensive players in the NFL. So of history. So does this sort of signal maybe they won't do anything for Carr, or is this just completely disconnected, guys?
I think it signals that Derek Carr is probably staying. I mean, you're going to pay Max Crosby. It means that you're not going to blow anything up. That means you're not starting anything over.
Don't you need to pay Derek Carr too?
You do, but you have I believe one more year left on the contract, so you can sort of kick that can down the road, especially if you feel like if Derek feels comfortable with the organization and the organization feels comfortable with him, that they're not in a rush to get any kind of a deal done. That when it gets done, they'll structure it in a way that works for both sides. Then that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to pay Derek Carr right now.
So I guess I won't get Derek Carr in the Colts or the Seahawks now.
Did you really want him though?
Yeah, better than Carson Wentz.
Well, I mean,
Derek
guess.
Carr's a good quarterback, and the Colts are constructed that you just need somebody to steady the ship and make big plays at times, and Derek Carr can do that.
Well, both the Seahawks and the Colts need a bridge to the next draft, where some quality quarterbacks may live. And as far as drafting goes, I like my Colts chances a lot better than your Seahawks chances because your guys are bad at it. Colts are amazing.
How are we bad at the draft? I mean, that's how we.
Good question.
Our 200, our 2030. I mean, the team that Pete Carroll and John Schneider put together, I mean, was amazing. That defense they built around Wagner and Russell and his offense. I mean, they won a Super Bowl. They went to another
You
one.
realize there's been a lot of drafts since then.
Yeah,
and
I mean-
because you overpaid Russ Wilson back when you did, you needed to rely on really good drafting, and you never got it.
But I mean, drafted Tyler Lockett, drafted DK Metcalf, drafted Jordan Brooks. I mean, these are quality guys. that they brought in.
DK Metcalf, I think, is still a bust.
No, come on, that's ridiculous. You know,
I did that for Randy since the Cardinals had a chance.
The reality is when you have a guy like Russell Wilson, you got to give him all that money. Just kind of like what Murray's trying to do with the Cardinals. I mean, it just destroys your ability to do so much more. That's why. How do you give Murray $50 million? You can't.
No way.
It would
No way.
destroy you for the future.
Hey,
I mean,
I've got.
I was going to say
Go
it
ahead.
doesn't necessarily destroy you, but you have to be pinpoint accurate on these drafts,
and which they're not.
Yeah, which is the problem with old Kime over there.
Lost Toby is sending in Photoshop pictures of Garoppolo in Seahawks jerseys. I'm getting the same thing with Garoppolo.
No, I
in
heard
Colts
Garoppolo
jerseys.
to the Colts. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Garoppolo
I
in
don't.
the Seahawks. Kiss
Yeah,
my ass.
I don't think they're sending Garoppolo in the division. I don't even think that they dislike Garoppolo in San Francisco. I think they dislike Garoppolo for the money that Garoppolo is being paid.
Yeah.
I've got some breaking news, guys.
Break that news.
This is breaking news.
Couple of things here. Number one, it looks like Clayton Kershaw is going to stay with your Dodgers,
Yes.
just signing up a 1-year deal.
That's awesome.
So he's going to remain a Dodger. Probably will retire, I would imagine, after this season. And also, the MLB is switching up the All-Star game. I know this is hot news here. instead of going extra innings, the MLB All-Star game could be decided by a home run derby.
Stop it.
Instead of extra innings. That's just
Doesn't
breaking
even
right now,
matter.
according to CBS Sports. So there you go.
That'd be fun.
So they stop
It's an
the
all-star
game.
game. It's an all-star. You go
And
to the
they're gonna
ninth
do it on
inning.
purpose.
If you go to the ninth inning, you have it's like the NHL. You have one overtime session, and if that doesn't decide it, you have a shootout. So now you're going to an all-star game.
Right.
Remember, it's an all-star game. It's not a regular season game. You're going to go and bring guys off of each side of the bench to hit home runs, and whoever wins that, they win the game.
So I have something for Randy real quick, if I can. So, I mean, I'm happy about Kershaw. Kershaw's a Dodger. That's where he needs to be. So I'm glad to see he's going to stay there. Did you see that as part of the agreement that they made with the MLBPA, that the National League will now have a DH?
Yeah, and you know what?
I'm not happy about that.
I'm not happy at all about it, but what are you going to do? They voted to do it. They were the National League was the only baseball league in the world without the DH. And I think it takes something away from the game.
It does.
But what are you going to do? You can't say. But I will say this, at least the players have decided no more 7-inning doubleheaders. It's going to be 9 innings or nothing.
Right. Good.
Done and done. And that's the way it's going to be. From now on, doubleheaders will be 9 innings.
So I don't care about the designated hitter. All I care is it makes sense if both have the same thing, either have it or don't have it. It's
what made the National League unique. It's what made the oldest ball organization, the oldest ball league in the world unique to everything else because they didn't have it. You had a position player that was batting. And I know there's going to be these guys. Are you going to want to take your $200 million pitcher and let him hit and run the bases and potentially get hurt? You know what?
Yes.
Are you going to take your $200 million pitcher and put him on the hill and let him throw, 400 pitches and blow his arm out? What's the difference?
Yeah,
what's the difference?
I always thought that was a dumb argument. I just happen to like the DH because there's some pitcher at bats. Most of them, they're bad. Like as a fan, I just don't enjoy watching some dude that is not any good at hitting try desperately to hit a baseball and suck at it. I mean, pitchers lately are bad at hitting. It's so hard to watch.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but there are some times in a game. Archie Bradley, most recently I can think of right now, in a playoff scenario, hits a triple, a bases clearing triple. Diamondbacks win the game. Now, where are you going to get that kind of drama if you have some meat hook coming off the damn bench and he's going to go up there and try to slam one 700 feet for a home run instead of going for a base?
I mean, I don't know that those David Ortiz at bats when the Red Sox were winning were pretty damn exciting.
I have a question.
Yeah, Jeffrey O'Brien, 1580th.
Do you have to use the designated hitter?
Yes.
If your pitcher wants to go out and so your pitchers are no longer allowed to hit, period?
Correct.
Okay, so now I can't be for that. I can be for a designated hitter if you want one, but you don't have to have one.
No.
That now I'm a little bit aggravated. That makes no sense.
And here comes the hook. Now the Angels, Shohei Ohtani, he is a marvelous hitter. He's a marvelous pitcher.
Yep. He
What
just
do you do
became
with
an
him?
outfielder.
What do you do with
That's
him
what
now?
happened.
Yeah. Now, if he's pitching a game against a National League team, you lose his bat in the lineup, don't you?
Can you switch positions, like have him go out and pitch 4 innings, and then now he's in the outfield, and then he can hit?
No, once in the game, you take him out, he's out.
Wow, that's a dumb rule. So I was all for the idea that you either have it or you don't have it, but I thought it was a choice, not like a mandatory thing.
It's not like football. The guy cannot re-enter the game in a different position. Once he's been in the game, and you take him out of the game, he's no longer part of the game.
Plus, the National League, the strategy of the game was so much fun to watch. How those managers managed that.
Yeah,
and the American League was just a fest of hitting is all it ever was, and that's gone now. You're going to see scores go up. It's just different. I don't like it. I think
it's another move. It's another move to try to add more quote unquote excitement to the game. But all these guys are going to do, they're just going to all these teams, these National League teams are going to load up with guys like Cole Calhoun, who are just a big pile of meat that are going to go up there and swing as hard as they can, try to hit one out of the park, out of the county. To get the big long drive instead of strategies. No more strategy. You just go up, Cole Calhoun, and hit one 1,000 feet.
I have
Cole
another
Calhoun
question.
hit the ball now.
I have another question. Rextera actually brings this up. Can you designate hit for other positions than the pitcher?
You can substitute and bring in substitute hitters. But again, once a player enters the game, Shohei Ohtani comes in as a starting pitcher. If you pull him out of the game, he's done. Can he hit for himself in the game? No.
Okay.
And you have to have a designated hitter.
Well, so it's you have to have a designated hitter for the pitcher. You can't have a designated hitter for the catcher.
Well, no, designated hitter is like its own position. in the
Only
lineup.
only for the pitcher. So pitchers are no longer allowed to hit.
Yes, you can loophole that. You could have a designated hitter for the second baseman or your weakest hitter, and you can have Shohei Ohtani bat for himself.
There you go.
But you have to employ the designated hitter. And I'm not sure if you can have a designated hitter for the
I think it can
one
only
of the catcher for
it
the
can only be
outfielder.
for the pitcher. I think
I think
at
it
other
can only
levels
be.
you can, but not in the majors.
And you have to use one.
Yes, you have to.
Yeah, that's what's the new
Ooh.
CBA.
First and 15, looking for loopholes. Can a pitcher be a designated hitter?
He can if he's not pitching.
Right.
So that's what happens. You got to figure that out with somebody like Shohei Ohtani, don't you? Where his bat is as important as his arm.
That just shoots down the philosophy of you don't want your most valuable player on the team, which is generally a pitcher, to go out there and play a designated hitter because now the guy's running the bases. What if he slides, turns an ankle? What if he slides and gets spiked? What if he, slides head first and ruins his pitching arm? I mean, there's a million different things that can happen in a baseball game. But for me and Ralph, I think we're kind of those from that old school. We like to see that strategy. Like to see you get guys on base. And then you have a pitcher that comes in who couldn't hit his weight if he wanted to. But pitchers are known throughout history to be wonderful bunters. These guys can lay down bunts, and it's a craft to lay down a bunt and move players around. And I think it makes the game more exciting.
Now, I thought I read where they were outlawing the bunt. Did you see that?
I did not read that. I have not read that. Would be horrible.
Yeah, they were trying to get away from it because of injury and other things as well.
Oh, my God. Oh,
so now I don't know if that's real or not, but I did see something like that.
I hope that's.
I hadn't heard that because that'd
be stupid.
That's several bridges too far,
Yeah.
quite frankly. That I don't even understand what that would mean. There's going to be situations where bunting is the only thing that makes sense. You can't outlaw that.
I think they were trying to. I don't know if they did, but they were definitely on the table.
That would be like outlawing free throws. Like there's just times where you need it.
I did not see the outlaw of the bunt. No.
Against the spread, did you send this text before and you're just resending it again, or we got a glitch in our matrix? You remember he texted in about changing all the stations on the U-Haul truck? I did
That was
read that the other
yesterday.
day, right? Yeah. Is that a glitch in the matrix, or you just think we didn't read it? We did. Boogie says, I agree with Keon. Why do you want pitchers hitting when they suck at it? Well, how about the ones who don't suck at it?
Yeah, there's some really good hitting pitchers.
He says, what fun is it that, rule states designated hitter must be selected prior to the game, and that selected hitter must come to bat at least one time unless the opposing team changes pitchers prior to that point. A team that chooses not to select the designated hitter prior to the game is barred from using a designated hitter the rest of the game. A player who enters the game in place of the designated hitter, either as a pinch hitter or a pinch runner, becomes the designated hitter in the team's lineup. So that sounds like it's optional, Randy. The way
you
that
can-
reads, you don't have to use a designated hitter and the pitcher can hit.
Well, you have to have a designated hitter. If you go back and read through it again, it states very clearly you must use a designated hitter, and it can be any player on your bench can be a designated hitter. Now, if you have another pitcher that happens to be hitting, 340 something, and
But he
and
can't
can
pitch.
hit home runs, or he can hit in the gap or something like that. He's a good hitter. You might put him into play. But the philosophy of not putting pitchers out there and letting them hit, I just think the designated hitter, period, takes away a whole parcel of the game. It's sort of like taking away the field goal or taking away, the punt in football. Why does everybody want to keep messing with this game? Why?
I don't know. I think part of it is that because you had a National League and an American League and they both did it differently, that the people develop preferences, either way. And I think with the American League,
right?
Because I grew up watching a lot of American League baseball. The fun of it was, here's this dude, he's a specialist, he hits, and now your pitcher is now going up against the presumably the best hitter in the lineup, and a lot of those go up against David Ortiz, and now it's like the drama is on, because then when you get around that guy, the whole building goes crazy.
Yeah, but who's the David Ortiz today?
I don't think we really have.
Who's the Edgar Martinez today?
I don't think we really have one of those guys.
Right, because they're a big giant bag of meat That all the guy does is come off the damn bench.
Because if you made,
and come in and swing as hard as he can.
if
to
you
try
made
and hit
Big
home run.
Bobby play any position, I don't know if his hitting value would have outweighed the fact that he couldn't run more than 5 feet without losing his breath.
if you had guys today that were DHs like I don't know, a George Brett, a pure hitter, somebody that could spray the ball around, or a Tony Gwynn, somebody like that. He's not strong in the field. You put him out there, you let him hit, and the guy could spray it around, make the game more exciting. Great, but 9 times out of 10, these guys are going to come in off the bench and strike out, or they're going to get a walk. Because the other team's going to strategy. They're going to put this guy on if they have an open base and set him up for a double play. I mean, it just kind of takes a whole kind of different turn here. You're not going to see that much drama take place.
And I think what the MLPA is thinking is that there's going to be longevity of some of these guys now. They're going to extend their careers 3, 4, 5 years. You're going to have 38, 40-year-old guys as DHs that can still crush the ball, just can't run.
You know, guy's going up there smoking a Salem Light, and he just flicks it on it, and he's going to go out there and, all right, throw the ball at me, man.
Hefty Lefty says, if they outlaw the bunt, Randy might be lost to the game of baseball
Oh, my
forever.
God. I just like, why?
Man, I am definitely in the younger range of baseball fan. They'll lose me too. You got to keep the bunt in the game. There's no way you can have some of these close games where, look, we just got to get a guy on the bag. And you take the bunt away. Well, how do you even do that?
Watermelon says, I bet these pitchers would stop tagging people if they had to get to the plate with the stick and defend it. Maybe they just might catch a fresh one. Lost Toby says, what are the rules when you pinch hit for the DH? I remember there was a rule that made you lose the DH or something like that.
It just the pinch hitter becomes the DH, I think, in the lineup.
Right.
Against the Spread says, my bad, fellas. I sent that text to the Daily Blender. Wasn't on because of the basketball game. Figured you didn't read it. By the way, I'll have some tournament picks on Monday. I got to do my homework and watch these conference tournaments. Well, good, man. Make sure you join up with the Harman Solar 1580 The Fanatic Bracket Challenge. Go to 1580thefanatic.com. Click on the link there. Follow the instructions. Join us with our CBS Sports platform. You could win $1,580 from Harman Solar. All right, we got to switch gears now, guys, because we got a big race coming up this weekend. So let's come back and get the race set up with Randy White and take a look at a huge weekend out there at Phoenix Raceway. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the Main Event.
And Chief here as well. And we are looking forward to this weekend because we'll be out with you, the fans. That's right. We'll be out at Phoenix Raceway from the in-field experience all weekend long from 10 a.m. to 11:30, both Saturday and Sunday, getting you ready for the big races happening this weekend.
So join us this weekend, Saturday and Sunday at the Infield Experience or on 1580 99.3 FM as we do a pre-race special at Phoenix Raceway from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday.
Sun Devil Baseball is back for an exciting year under new head coach and Sun Devil legend Willie Bloomquist. The Sun Devils open the 2022 season with 9 straight home games and will feature non-conference matchups against Oklahoma State, BYU, and Grand Canyon. The team begins Pac-12 play against Washington before taking on USC, Oregon, and Arizona. Sun Devil Baseball single game tickets and mini plans are available now, starting at just $10. Visit sundeviltickets.com to secure your seats today. That's sundeviltickets.com.
Learn how thousands of smart homeowners are investing about $1 to avoid expensive home repair bills. John, a former non-customer, said, my air conditioner broke and I had to spend $1,900 to fix it. Jeff, a customer, wrote, my air conditioner broke and I got a new one at no out-of-pocket cost. Mary, a former non-customer, wrote, my heating system stopped running. I had to spend $3,000 to get a new one. Lisa, a customer, wrote, my heater stopped working. I got it fixed at no out-of-pocket cost. For about $1 a day, you can have all the major appliances and systems in your home guaranteed fixed or replaced with HSC's home warranty coverage. Call now, and the first month is free. If the lines are busy, please call back.
800-657-5714. 800-657-5714. 800-657-5714. That's 800-657-5714.
Think you know about meth? Think again. Today's methamphetamine is far more potent, more addictive, and more deadly than ever before. Today's meth is often laced with the deadly drug fentanyl. In fact, deaths from meth use have doubled in Arizona. What can you do? Get the facts at thenewmeth.com and know there's hope and resources for recovery. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
We just can't help it. We have to do it. It's in our DNA. At 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, we have to bring you the most epic moments in sports.
NCAA football, NASCAR racing, Arizona Raiders football, golf, Vegas Raiders, March Madness, NFL playoffs, and the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we can't help it. We are 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Dave Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So we got some racing going on out at Phoenix Raceway this weekend. All sorts of races. You'll hear them here on 1580 The Fanatic. We have the NCS Whole Qualifier. That is 11:30 a.m. And then the United Rentals 200 at Phoenix Raceway at 2 p.m.
Mhm.
That's on Saturday. Then on Sunday, of course, we got the big
Ruoff Mortgage 500.
Ruoff.
Yeah, Ruoff.
Looks like I should say "Are you off?" mortgage, but
Well, I
Ruoff.
know it says that, but no, it's not. Are you off? It's
Well, I'm
Ruoff.
off on Sunday. So,
Well,
are you off on Sunday?
Apparently, all three of us are off Saturday and Sunday,
Which is good.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so the Ruoff
Yep.
mortgage 500, 11:30 a.m. Here on 1580 The Fanatic. So, all right, what do we have in store this weekend, Randy? Tell me about this race? Is this going to be a good one? Is it going to be a crazy one? What do we have in store?
Well, I mean, both races. The Xfinity race on Saturday is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Those guys have been mixing it up here. Las Vegas was amazing to watch these guys, but they've got several guys that are going to be out there for the United Rentals 200, the Xfinity race that's happening on Saturday. And if you guys are even remotely close to being NASCAR fans, you want to watch this. You want to get your tickets to go out there. First of all, it's a lot of fun to sit and watch the cars and see the strategy play out before your eyes. And since the remodel at Phoenix Raceway, there is not a bad seat in the entire house. You can get infield tickets. You can go into the garage. When you're in the garage, it's very possible to meet the team. You can talk to the pit crew that's working on the cars there, the state-of-the-art garage facilities. Also, Julie Giese and the team out there at Phoenix Raceway have made it a great fan experience. It's not just about watching cars go, 150 or 160 miles an hour around in circles. There's a whole experience, man. They've got VIP experiences for you. They've got different places for you to go and congregate, enjoy some libations, and meet people of the same kind of mindset to talk about NASCAR racing. They make the drivers right there for the crowd to see, and everybody has an opportunity to see the drivers, talk with them. So, you can expect a lot of fun this weekend. If you haven't got your tickets, 866-408-RACE or go to phoenixraceway.com. You can still purchase tickets. Also, there's camping availability. Jeffrey, that's something, Ms. Kim and I have been talking about doing that too sometime.
You camp up on the hill?
Yeah, well, there's a whole bunch of different camping options for you at Phoenix Raceway. They've got a great place out there for campers. It's like a whole town out there. And you pull in with your RV, man, you set up, and then they've got like a general store. They've got all sorts of facilities that you would need out there as a camper, and they make an experience of it. They make a whole weekend of it. Some of these people make a whole week of it. They've been pulling in since Monday morning. Julie Giese, track president, usually meets the first people there. She's got donuts. She's handing out donuts to these campers that are rolling in early Monday morning when they open the gates. So, I mean, it's a real fun experience.
Can we get Julie on the show soon? Because I got some more ideas on how to do NASCAR.
Yes. I have to go through protocols now, but I will definitely.
It feels like you're giving me a brush off.
No, not at all. Your idea is the loop-de-loop. I know she's still pondering that. The figure 8 crossing at 150 miles. Now I know she's still pondering that.
The
Driving
tunnel,
blindfolded.
the tunnel
the
idea.
tunnel. There's a tunnel idea, and the
pitch dark tunnel, Ralph. They go through a pitch dark tunnel, and then they come out the other side, and there's a ramp.
Yeah, and no lights, and then the jump, the cross track jump. I know she's still she asks me all the time, is he serious about these? And so I know she's thinking about all these ideas that you come
I'm serious.
up with.
Of course I'm serious.
But,
All right.
I mean, it's
listen,
going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
So I'm looking at the odds because I'm going to bet this race again.
Mhm.
Now I'm going to do 5 racers, and I'm not going to do the place thing. I'm going to do the
Okay.
win the whole damn thing. So
All
I'm going
right.
to list off some names, and you tell me chance
All right.
or no chance. Don't
All
give
right.
me we got to play the game, we got to race the race. Just your
Uh-huh.
opinion, chance or no
All right.
chance.
All right.
Okay.
All right. All right. Is
BJ
this,
McLeod.
no chance.
He had the best odds. Cody Ware.
No chance.
Garrett Smithley. How do you have a chance with that name?
Are we expecting rain this week?
You
Because so
sound
far,
like
no.
a generic throwaway driver
Yeah.
with that.
No,
Like if this
no,
was a
no
movie,
chance.
What's
Garrett
your
Smithley
racer
is
name?
finishing 23rd.
One with Garrett Smithley.
You are literally in the story to lose. That's what you're here for.
Josh Bilke.
Bilecki?
Sure.
Bilecki?
Whatever.
Yeah.
No chance.
No chance.
Corey LaHoy.
Corey LaJoy.
Or LaJoy, whatever.
Outside chance. Outside chance.
Okay. Todd
Outside
Gilliland.
chance.
Todd Gilliland.
Todd Gilliland. Now is he right? Are these cup drivers you're talking about?
I don't know. They're just on the list. You think I know what I'm doing here? I wouldn't be asking you if I knew what I was doing
Todd
here.
Gilliland, I'd say outside chance.
Michael McDowell. Y'all be there.
Not him. He did not play ever with the Doobie Brothers, and he's from Glendale, Arizona.
Mhm.
And I would say medium chance.
I'm
Medium.
gonna put $1 on him, I think. I'm gonna put $1 on BJ McLeod or Cody
I wouldn't.
Ware or
I
Garrett
would-
Smithley, just
I wouldn't
or
put a
Josh Bilke because they have 100,000
Bilecki,
plus
yeah.
100,000.
No,
I
you don't
can't
wanna-
help it.
yeah,
I have to.
you just.
All right, fine.
Ed,
So
you
Michael
got
McDowell.
four drivers. You're going to put $1. I'll tell you what. Just give me the $4.
Five. I'm doing 5.
Oh, there's 5. Oh, you give
Why
me
does
the 5.
Bubba Wallace have like plus 15,000?
Well, he's a lot of these guys are still getting accustomed to the new car, and there's a lot of differences for these guys. For example, last week at Las Vegas, Denny Hamlin, who was one of the favorites to win last week, the Pennzoil 400, ended up missing a shift. The shifter in the car is no longer an H pattern shifter like you and I would know. It's a sequential shifter, and Denny blew up the car because he missed a shift.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to scroll back up towards the top.
I think that's probably a good idea.
So there's Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, your fave, Joey Logano, Ryan
Not
Blaney. I just can't ever bet on Blaney because the name.
Well, I will tell you this:
Blaney.
Ryan Blaney is always fast at Phoenix Raceway, and I anticipate Ryan Blaney in
Kevin
my own
Harvick.
person.
Because that sounds like Kevin Harlan. Kevin Harlan.
Kevin Harvick. Now he has won many times at Phoenix Raceway. However, with the advent of this new car, this new format that they have, this new platform that they have, I have not seen him be very successful yet. I'm not saying he won't be, but yet maybe you should save that money on Kevin Harvick until the fall. But for this race, I would say definitely. You could go with Joey Logano. He's always up there.
You hate him.
I do hate him. But Ryan Blaney, I'd put $1 or so on Ryan Blaney.
Blaney. Okay, if he doesn't
Blaney.
win, it's the last $1 I put on him. You
All
can
right.
tell him that for me too, please.
Well, I won't see him. Perhaps Steve or Chief could tell him that.
All right, so I got $1 on Logano, $1 on Blaney, $1 on McDowell, just because he's local. So I got $2 more. Where do we
Yeah.
go?
All right. $2 more. I would say the 9 car Chase Elliott, the former champion. He runs well there.
Mhm.
And I would also say, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson's been very strong as of late. And I would say Kyle Larson in the 5 car, the Henry car, you could look for him to win.
All right, so I'm stealing your stealing your intel, but who do you
Okay.
pick? Who is your pick? Like that's my pick right there.
Well, like I said, I've got good vibes about Ryan Blaney. He's been strong so far this season. He seems to have a good angle on this car. It seems like the Penske Racing Group has this car set up to run well. I also would say one of the one of the Gibbs racing machines, perhaps the 18 or the 19. You could look for them to be very strong this weekend as well.
Oh my God. Michael McDowell wins. I get $500.
Well, there you go. Are you putting $1 down?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's plus 50,000. So I get 500 and
well, there
my
you go.
$1 back. So
There you go.
how about
Michael McDowell?
do you other guys, Ralph, Keon, you got any?
Ralph's not a NASCAR guy.
Guy,
I could tell.
any picks on this?
He doesn't have his mic on for some reason.
Matt, can we turn on Ralph's microphone, please?
My bad.
I was wondering if you did that on
wonder why
purpose.
he's so
I've
quiet
been
during
talking,
all
but
this.
no one's hearing me.
My bad.
Thanks, Keon.
You know what happened was I took you out of queue and then I put you back in queue for some reason. That is my fault.
Let's talk
Ralph's
about the
out here
Commanders
giving
again.
some amazing analysis.
I
and
was.
breaking it down. And he's like, why won't they hear me?
I was breaking down rotations per minute and traction by certain tires, and my goodness. Is Greg Biffle running this weekend?
No.
Greg
Well,
Biffle?
Yeah, wait. I think he is. As a matter of fact, I think Greg Biffle has made a comeback.
Ooh, should I put
And
a
I
dollar
think
on
he
him?
is racing, but no.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't put money on him anymore. He's past
Yeah.
his prime. I like Truex, but honestly, I think Truex is a good bet.
Truex. Yeah, it's a good bet.
Why do
He's-
you say
he's run
that?
well
I've
there.
already got my $5 bet. Damn it.
Well, make it 6. I put $1 on the Commanders to win the Super Bowl. That'll give you $1 million.
Well,
Well, there you go.
I will
give the-
never see that dollar.
give
again.
the dollar
about
to
you just
me.
give me-
I'll
give
buy
me
some
that
M&Ms
dollar.
and it'll
Yeah.
go to some good cause.
I think Truex is a really good bet this weekend. I think
All right, all right.
Blaney's not bad either.
I'm going to do one more dollar on Truex because that's Randy's guy. That's what I'm going to do.
The
One
19 car. I mean, I look for these Gibbs
Only
cars to
$6.
rebound. They ran pretty good at Las Vegas last week, which is a similar track to Phoenix. It's shorter. It's a 1.5 mile track in Las Vegas. This is a mile track. And the Gibbs teams just seem to run really good here. Any of the like the 5, the 9, the 48, the 24 car, they run really good here. And Ryan Blaney seems to have it pretty well locked down. Joey Logano seems to be strong here in that Penske 22. And I think those are not bad picks at all.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll never get that $6 back probably, but for the shot. One of those and what if Mike McDowell does win?
Oh boy, there you go.
But if
Listen,
those
he's-
other guys, I was
he's
like
looked
at the
good.
very bottom there win, I'll never forgive you. I could have made thousands.
BJ Thomas is not going to win Phoenix.
Watch it happen.
BJ Thomas,
Garrett-
BJ Thomas will not win Phoenix. As a matter of fact, he will be 3 laps plus down.
Well, when Josh Applebaum joins us in the next hour, we'll pick
Mm-hmm.
his brain on what he thinks because he's a contrarian kind of better. I don't think I could be contrarian. I like
don't
to
think
bet
he
on
bets NASCAR though.
I like to bet on things I think it might win, not on things that might lose. So,
Mhm.
but we'll find out from him what he thinks. And if anybody has any thoughts on this, text in 888-368-1580 straight to rage. Says Kevin Harvick has won 6 times since 2013.
He has, but they're in a new platform, a new car, and he's not been very strong so far this season. I wouldn't put my money on Kevin Harvick yet. I think they're going to get a handle on this car.
$1 on him.
But
What the hell? You
Kevin,
told me to put it.
I did not
that
tell
was
you.
somebody else. That was somebody
Yeah,
else.
I said wait for the fall race. So
All right.
I think Kevin Harvick will get this car dialed in, but they're a little slow on the uptick right now. It's the Henry cars, it's the Gibbs cars, and the Penske cars right now.
Don't anybody tell Josh Applebaum that I spent twice what I was supposed to spend. My $3. I did 6. Shh. Don't tell on me. Straight to Rage also says the best NASCAR name and driver ever. Still,
Dick Trickle.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Hefty Lefty says, wait a minute. I thought they were outlawing the shift, Randy. No, this is shifting gears, Hefty Lefty.
Yeah, shifting gears. Baseball, they're not going to have the shift. I think starting in 2023. I'm not sure about this season. Is it this season?
I don't know.
They're gonna outlaw the shift, and what they're trying to do. Yeah, and I appreciate what you're saying, Ralph. I understand what you're saying. What they're trying to do is make the game more exciting, add a few more hits to the game, not so much of a sleeper. I mean, analytics, you can play the guys, the batters, because he's more apt to hit to left field more than he is anywhere else. So just shift everybody over to left field.
I do have a correction on the DH rule.
Okay.
We can go there. So Rule 511, use of the DH is optional.
Hey, so there you
But
go.
must-
Now I'm all for it.
But it must be determined before the start of the game. And if a team does not begin a game with a DH, the pitcher or a pinch hitter must bat for that entire game.
Okay. Yeah, but Ralph, I think now that the CBA's enact, I think
Unless they've changed the rule. That's the rule that's in the book. So
I think they have to use a DH. Everybody has to use a DH.
Dog,
But
get away from my camera.
even then, the strong incentive will be to use the DH.
Of course.
I still don't know how many teams would opt to use a pitcher when given the opportunity to just say, "Here's a guy that just hits." I just don't know. How
like Chris Collinsworth there. Now here's a guy.
Now here's a guy. He can really hit it.
This guy can swing it, man.
Well, I got to get the vinegar spray. He's chewing at the base of my camera.
All right.
Someone's going back in jail.
It's NASCAR this weekend out of Phoenix Raceway. Great tickets still available. You can, again, 866-408-RACE or PhoenixRaceway.com. And let me just tell you, if you haven't been out there and you're even just a casual racing fan, it is a hoot. It's an absolute blast out there. A lot of fun. There's a lot of great packages, and it's great for everybody. You can take the whole family out there. 45 or 40,000 seats in the grandstand. There's pit opportunities for you, and a great it's just a great day of watching racing and watching the strategy and seeing what's going to happen. So if you have an opportunity, pony up the dollars and get out there to Phoenix Raceway. Again, PhoenixRaceway.com or 866-408-RACE. And by the way, the season-ending championship series, the season-ending championship races for the trucks, the ARCA Menard Series, the Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series will be here at your home track. How many times do you get to see the Super Bowl in your town? This is the Super Bowl of NASCAR racing coming up in November. You can get your tickets now and assure yourself it sold out last year. It will sell out again. Get your tickets now for the championship series and try to get out there this weekend and support Phoenix Raceway. It's a great time. There's Buddy the dog. He's in trouble.
Well, you see that little nub right there, that's corner of the screen there? That was the rubber piece on the stand. He was chewing. You heard me. All I said was, no. I said it very friendly. And now look at that face. He's like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
About that, man.
Then he saw me spraying the vinegar and he was just like, you dick. And now he's lying over there with his back to me. Oh, brother. So, all right. Well, thank you, Randy. The race setup with Randy White, powered by Phoenix Raceway. And what are we smoking this weekend while watching the race, Randy?
Ooh, Miss Kim sent me a link for some ribs. I might be doing some ribs this weekend.
Nice. Every time you do ribs, occasionally he'd bring some back to the studio the next Monday. And those are the best Mondays. Oh, I miss that.
Yeah.
See, you were not even COVID conscious anymore, Ralph. It's the gas prices are ridiculous.
They're just not coming in because you can't buy gas.
Just
like
trying
$8 a damn gallon, man.
Hey, we work for CRC Broadcasting, pal.
So, Keon, you're paying gas too?
Yeah.
Oh, but you're coming in.
I mean,
well, he takes the bus.
I don't have 2 hours. What are you talking about?
He gets on the metro. He's fine. Leave him alone.
Riding on the metro.
You need to get a gas
Fortunately,
card.
I'm closer than these guys, but yeah, I have to get like a Costco membership or something.
All right, we must take break. When we come back, I guess we have a crap ton of texts we got to take care of and other sort of things. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we try to teach the tools, rules, and strategies that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
AZ Preps 365 is your headquarters for all things high school sports in Arizona.
Brett Quintine, James Mello, and Jose Garcia
Keep you up to speed with all the action, highlights, interviews, and insider information for the prep sports scene.
You need to tune in
To AZ Preps 365 every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
And always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canyer with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best, deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-628-6070. 800-628-6070. 800-628-6070. That's 800-628-6070.
Download our free sports app and stay up with all the latest sports news, scores, highlights, and more.
or
Stream us live anywhere
at 1580thefanatic.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, Arizona's home for sports.
To the race setup. Welcome back to the Daily Blender on this Friday. Sorry, man.
It is the race setup. It's all right.
Old habit. Sorry. Let's see. 888-368-1580. Your chance to get involved in the program here. By the way, I want to know, Ralph, how's your 3-point shooting prowess? So you consider yourself a
here we go.
long range sniper? Do you? From beyond the arc?
Yeah, because I would only run from 3-point line to 3-point line because after that I was out of breath.
Yeah,
that's where I would shoot from. And I was decent, maybe 25%.
Well, FanDuel is giving everyone a chance to shoot threes on the Suns' home court. Just visit the FanDuel Sports book at Footprint Center from March 13th through the 17th. Place any $100 bet plus on the bracket with at least 400 plus odds. Then register at FanDuel.com/Phoenix to get your spot on the court. So Ralph, how many threes could you knock down there at the Footprint Center?
And how much time?
30 seconds.
One.
Just one?
Yeah, because I just,
Come on, man.
Look, let's be real. I suck at basketball.
You got the rack balls next to you here. You just dropping them like it's the 3-point action. Come on, you don't go all Steph Curry on this.
The Commanders have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl this year than I do of making more than one.
Gotta believe in yourself more than that, man.
Well,
I don't.
That's, you know what? I think I can do 5. Maybe not. Maybe I'll be lucky to get 3.
You know what I would do is I just I'd look at the guy, shake my head, go sit down on one of the front row seats and watch everybody.
Exactly.
That's what I do.
Give me a hot dog.
Can we get a ringer in here?
Yeah. Kidding. Well, listen, if you think you can knock down a bunch of threes, you'd have a lot of fun on the Suns' home court. Just, again, visit the FanDuel Sportsbook at Footprint Center. Knock down that $100 plus bet on the bracket with at least plus 400 odds. Then go to FanDuel.com/Phoenix, register yourself, and then join them for an opening night of games for the NCAA action at the FanDuel Sportsbook. They're at the arena. You can enjoy the outdoor terrace and watch live games on over 40 televisions. And if you're new to FanDuel Sportsbook, sign up online using the promo code Randy1580 through the app to get your first online bet risk-free up to $1,000. Put your basketball shooting skills to test March 17th. FanDuel.com/Phoenix. Get your spot on the court and learn more. Got to be 21 or older, present in Arizona. In-person wager at the Footprint Center required. Shootout occurs March 17th from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. Jeffco.
888-368-1580. Daylight Drews in the text line says, fellas, it's been a while. So glad that baseball is back. Kansas City Royals and the Texas Rangers are clients of mine, and we get to go back to work. Oh, that's good to hear, buddy.
Yeah.
He says, please pour me a Maker's Mark and a Kona longboard.
Well,
Get
Kona.
that drink
there
on.
you go. There you go.
What's your baseball drink of choice, guys? Ralph, what do you like to sip as you sit there and watch your horrible Seattle Mariners? No, that's right. You're a horrible Dodgers fan, aren't you? It's hard to track with all your different teams.
Jeez. I would say a nice Angry Orchard.
Angry Orchard,
Really?
because real
Yeah.
beer is too much for Ralph. Okay.
I can't drink real beer. I have a gluten intolerance. So.
Seriously?
Yes, I do. So I can't. I wish I could. I can't.
Having lunch with you is going to be a joy,
It
isn't it? All right, Keon, what is your beer of choice when you enjoy a nice baseball game?
Well, I'll have to find out, really, because I haven't been drinking for that long.
I thought you were going to say NyQuil because baseball.
What do you mean? I love baseball. I would, I don't want to fall asleep watching baseball. It's a game I love.
Baseball, a lot of times you can't help it, but I do enjoy watching a nice baseball game on a summer's day, a spring day, having some lunch, having a beer, watching a game up on the screen there. It's very calming. It's very relaxing. Randy, you're hitting the Coors Light then?
Oh, yeah. Silver bullets. And you can't beat a wonderful time at the ballpark. You get yourself a dog or a brat and get some kraut on there, some of that mustard and some of that ketchup and get it all mixed up and get you an icy cold one. Oh, man, you just cannot beat a day at the old ballpark.
Well, for me, it's going to be a Guinness because I've had hair on my chest since I was 6.
Yeah.
So the rest of you, do what you must.
Wow, what an ugly baby you must have been.
Wow.
Yes, I was an ugly baby. Better than being an ugly adult, Ralph.
Damn.
Silly Wabbit says the full redneck experience. Yay. I don't think NASCAR is not just for rednecks anymore. Oh, no, you will see quite a few. You will see the best America has to offer. Okay. You will see that, but you're also going to see all different types of people out there enjoying the NASCAR. It's not just, that should be the slogan, NASCAR, not just for filthy rednecks anymore.
I mean, they went out of their way to, ban the Confederate flag from a lot of these events. They really want to be like every other sport. They want to be able to reach a lot of demographics and take in, of course, all that money. So no, they're not just going to market to.
Along with that, I would challenge anybody to do some research because there are a lot of very brilliant engineers involved in NASCAR up and down the line. It's not like it used to be some shade tree mechanic out there throwing a big hefty motor into his everyday driver. These
it's not just about who's putting the cars together. It's more about the people who are sitting shirtless in the stands. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there is a good cross section of the country.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
go to the race and you can decide for yourself. I mean, Alvin Kamara is a NASCAR owner. Emmett Smith is a NASCAR owner. What's his name? Bulldog. What's it? Pitbull. He's a NASCAR owner.
Yeah, I think, and the reason why, if you can, correct me if I'm wrong, Randy, but why they're making the new car such a big deal about it is it's a cheaper car, and so you have more owners of these teams that are going to be people of color coming in to own these teams, and that's going to be opportunities for more drivers who are Black and other ethnicities to come in. And once you start seeing yourself on the screen, things become possible in the minds and imaginations of kids, and that will make the audience more diverse over time.
And that's a great story. It's a great way to go. But also, being a Black man, it's got to have a bit of satisfaction that makes you smile taking money from dumb rednecks. Just
wondering where that was going.
I'm sure somebody sees it that
Wow.
way. But it's just fun. If you can, like, I know that there are some kids out there that are watching Bubba Wallace out there right now going, yeah, I could do that.
Right.
And it was not possible before.
Yeah, and you get like you said, you got to see it, and then there's the inclusion, and then now there's a whole new batch of fans and a batch of people who think, I can drive better than these idiots, and now we're all in it together.
You get people coming over from IndyCar. You get people coming over from Formula One that are driving NASCAR. Jacques Villeneuve was a former Formula One champion, was in the race last weekend, or was it a weekend before? But there are teams out there. Daniel Suarez, he's a native of Mexico, is out there racing. There's I can't think of his name right now off the top of my pointy head, but he's out there racing, and his whole team is made up of people from Mexico. And they're out there, formed a team, got the resources together, got the sponsorships together, and they're fielding a team. And I think it's wonderful. You're starting to see a broad spectrum of people out there. It's not just from the South, and it's not the Alabama gang anymore, or people from Kentucky or North Carolina. It's people from all over the world.
Roll Tide Kara is texting in a very confusing text right now. And let me just say, first off, if you're going to send me the middle finger, why are you sending me a brown middle finger? I've met you, Roll Tide Kara. Unless that is just to show how much you over put on your makeup, you are very Caucasian. So I don't know what that's all about. But she says, Jeffrey, I'm calling PETA on you. Let the dog out. I don't believe the dog did anything wrong. He would never destroy anything. First off, you don't know him. You mind your own damn business. He did. He dug a hole. He's chewed things. He was chewing on a wall the other day, and now he was chewing on a little rubber thing. He's actually free right now. He's sitting right here at my feet, happily hanging out and occasionally barking at people who are doing the lawn downstairs. So he's absolutely fine. But if he does the crime, that dog does the time. I'm not soft on doggy crime, but I'm also not a cruel dog owner. Yeah, I said it. Dog owner. He's not my child. I'm not daddy. And I make that very clear when I go to the vet or I go to the groomer. I was like, listen, if you think that my DNA produces this, up yours. Okay. That is my dog. My dog. Guess what? Paid for the dog. That's my dog. So if I decide my dog has to go into a timeout because he did some damage, by God, that's what's going to happen. And you know what? The dog loves me.
Yeah.
Dog absolutely loves me. Sorry.
got a little defensive there.
Who, me?
No, Ralph.
I'm just there was a place I was going to go and I decided not to go. So let's just go on.
All right. Zamboner says banning the shift is like banning the too high safety because quarterbacks can't throw deep balls.
I agree.
I mean, I understand that, but there was a time in the NBA's history where we had illegal defense. That was zones. You couldn't play them. In Michael Jordan's day, you didn't play zone. So he got to beat everybody one-on-one to the basket. In a way that, illegal defense is now gone. And so now teams can play zone again.
Hey, Randy, what did you do to Dr. Maxter?
What did I do to him?
Yeah, evidently he's mad at you. He says
he's mad at me.
Randy White is the Joe Buck of Phoenix NASCAR prognostication. Why would he say that?
I don't know.
Randy, maybe you can get 60
person?
million with ESPN.
That hurts.
I know.
I don't know why he would do that.
Wow.
Compare you to Joe Buck just out of the blue.
You think you know a person.
Wow.
That's just mean and hateful.
Randy's chuckle says any Diamondbacks pitcher would have a higher ERA than Ahmed. Still hate the DH. Makes for lazy baseball. All strategy is gone.
Yeah, and as far as the shift goes, you know what? I'm for the shift. If you put a defense on, if you're a hitter, learn how to hit opposite of the shift.
Exactly.
It's that simple, man. If you hit to the right field all the time, learn how to hit to the left field. It's that easy.
Cold Trickle says, I know what I'm smoking this weekend. Yeah, my wife and kids are out of town. All right. Senior Wake and Bake says, hey, Keon, hit that button again. Ralph's silence is golden.
That was a mistake.
Wow.
Bob Shrursky says, hey there, Ralph. Mrs. Shrursky there can't have the wheat eater. Her favorite gluten-free beer is that Omission. Save the apple juice for the kids, okay?
Oh, man. I never heard of that Omission.
Let's see. Wiggy My Piggy says Chapo Guzman Racing team sounds very intimidating. Okay. Scratch Me Because says, I just turned on the show. So Keon is the driver for the 1580, the NASCAR team. The what now?
Yes. Yeah.
No.
That's
we
true.
can't even afford a lug nut.
He's the only one getting
Keon,
gas.
Time trials are Saturday afternoon, Keon. I'm going to need you there about 11.
Oh, boy. Roll Tide Kara says, look, I just hit the middle finger on my phone. It just happened to be the one that came up. I'm glad the dog is free, Randy. Randy, you're amazing.
What?
Yeah. She says you're amazing.
I'm glad the dog is free, Randy.
Yeah. Randy, you're amazing.
Huh.
He just chose not to address you at all,
Yeah.
even though it's your dog.
I don't know what to do with that. I'm sorry.
Wiggy My Piggy says, it's Chapu, Mexican cartel. That's what. Oh,
Chapo.
Chapo.
All right, we must take a break, sort through these weird texts, and we'll figure out what's next on the blender. Okay.
The Renaissance Festival is back!
Weekends now through April 3rd.
Great shopping, a giant crafts market. New shows featuring seafarers, mermaids, and merriments. Non-stop feasting and more. The Renaissance Festival is back.
Weekends now through April 3rd. Discount tickets available at Bashas' and Food City or Arizona.renfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines, Bashas', Food City, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
At Wendy's, March is madness. With our breakfast Baconator. Sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant. Both made with fresh cracked eggs. Or even a honey butter chicken biscuit. And we're just getting warmed up. Get 50% off the official breakfast of March Madness when you order through the Wendy's app. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
For a limited time, participating Wendy's via app offer only. Account registration required. No discount applies to taxes or fees. Not valid with any other offer.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-807-1981. 800-807-1981. 800-807-1981. That's 800-807-1981.
Medical data brought to you from Summit Male Medical Center. Over half of the guys over the age of 45 have some type of erectile dysfunction. If you fall into this category, you are obviously not alone. Don't worry about it. Do something about it. Call Summit Male Medical at 480-398-1000. Let our Arizona licensed doctors and all male medical staff using FDA-approved medication help you enjoy your life again. We guarantee it. Low testosterone? Common signs are muscle loss, irritability, weight gain, decreased libido. Our testosterone therapy will turn you around. Discreet, professional, and we are successful. Don't let getting older get you down. Call today, 480-398-1000. That's 480-398-1000. Or go to summitmalemedical.com. What are you waiting for? Call today. 480-398-1000.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K256 Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240 U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
Quiet, people, settle down. Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Ralph from Harbin Solar with us, and Keon is in the control room. 888-368-1580, broadcasting live in the Harbin Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And my dog, at first I thought maybe that is real emotion when he has that sad look in his face, but he turns that thing on and off like a switch. I think I'm being had because so we're on air and we're talking, and I look up and my camera just starts shaking around. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, is it an earthquake? No, the dog was chewing on the rubber stopper of the camera stand. So I said, no. And he was like, oh, and I showed you guys a picture, and he's just like, I can't believe I'm so sorry. And then so I spray the little rubber knobs with a little bit of a solution, with the vinegar to, keep him from doing that. Cause every time he does, he's like, and so then as soon as I went back around, he had to test it. Still had to test it. So that sad, sorry face was followed by him going over and testing it anyways. He was going to chew it again. So I got a lot of work ahead of me with this dog, but you got to keep on him. And people who are like, oh, poor buddy. Well, if you don't keep after these dogs and train them right, they can really do some damage. I mean, he'd already started chewing on a wall. I mean, that could turn into some serious property damage. There is this Labradane in England, which is a cross between a Labrador and a Great Dane, and named Whiskey. And I guess, they thought, isn't this dog cute how he does things and tries to do things humans do? Well, the camera in the house caught him getting up to the sink and turning the faucet on. Isn't that adorable? Wow. Like he's there doing the dishes. Well, if only the people had been home when he did that, because he turns on the tap and flooded the house. $5,000 worth of damage, flooded the room, and the insurance company's like, what do you want me to do with this? So you gotta keep after these dogs. So don't give me this PETA crap. You gotta train dogs. Just like with kids, you get firm but fair. I've never hit the dog, and I don't torment the dog. In fact, I had to train myself, because when I first started saying no, and he'd be like, oh, I was like, no, it's okay, don't worry. And I'm like, oh, he's got to be sad for a little bit, so it sticks in his head what no is for. So I don't want to have a flooded house, so I'm going to keep after him. Don't need PETA call. You know who needed their PETA called on him is this guy. There's this guy in England. He was like in a fight, right? He began a fight with a guy. He picked up a live seagull and he hit a guy with it.
Wow. With a live seagull?
It's a weird opening move in a fight. Some people go like this. Some people kick off their shoes and look like they're about to do karate. This guy hits you with a seagull. Hadouken. He Hadoukened a seagull at the guy. And then he kicked and punched the other guy and beat him with his belt afterwards. But it seems like he could have won the fight without the seagull move. Somebody found out about this, and the cops show up, and he was arrested for breaking the guy's jaw. And no word on the condition of the seagull, depending on how it was used. I don't see the seagull surviving this, but if he threw it at him and then the seagull's just like flopping around in his face and laughed, like, what the hell is that all about? But if not, that's animal cruelty either way. So he's going to go down for that. Probably get about a year in prison. So
I feel like if we had gotten at least one more Jason Bourne movie, he would have eventually gotten to be.
You think so?
Because that was just what was happening in those movies. He just
all of a sudden he just breaks the guy's wrist, and then all of a sudden seagull. Why? Where? Where did you get to see? We're indoors. Anyway, so enough with the PETA and all the boo-hoo for poor buddy who is in prison for crimes. 888-368-1580. Let's recap some of the things that have happened. Deshaun Watson got off. Let me rephrase that. Deshaun Watson will not have criminal charges put against him, so now he's free to roam about the NFL cabin. We'll see where he ends up. What was the other thing? There was another thing. What was the second thing? Do you remember the second thing? Well, there was another thing. I had COVID. I can't be expected to remember everything.
I don't remember the other thing, to be honest with you.
What was the big thing? Oh, Joe Buck is going to ESPN for a crap ton of money.
Oh yeah, I tried to
because
forget that.
There might not be a God when that happens, but so that was one of the other things. They're ruining Monday Night Football even further, and I think that's it. Let's get back to the text line real fast, and we'll move on and talk some other important things. The Jet says, "Guys, I have been asking for years for NASCAR tickets. When are you going to hook me up, guys?" We're not.
Guys.
He says the car is one of the cheapest things about NASCAR. Price to get the car onto the track is where it gets expensive. Average car owner pays around $40,000 just to get his team to and from a track. I didn't know that came up in the conversation, but thank you for that. And if we have tickets to give away, we're going to give tickets away, man. When we get them, we'll let you know. Average Joe says, Keon, didn't you just say they're making cars cheaper?
Well, yeah. Well, the parts of the car, the overall, maintenance of those cars. The new car is supposed to be, you go from multiple lug nuts to one. The teams are, the pit crews are smaller. It's a cheaper car,
but now there's a chip shortage. Every single car out there is worth 5 times what it used to be.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Don't tell me these things are cheap.
Cheap relative to what they were, man.
Hefty Lefty says, NASCAR, it's a full-fledged hootenanny. Since you're there because of sports betting, you could sit on the sideline and start making wagers on who you think would make the most threes out of all the people there, by the way, for your thing there, Randy, with the FanDuel.
I could do that, yes.
Just start betting on the other guys. Maybe not on an app, but with the people next to you.
Yeah.
Dr. Maxter says, Jeffrey, I'm not upset with Randy at all. Even though he disses my Cleveland Browns, what I meant was Randy White is so proficient in calling NASCAR results, he should be paid the cool $50 million they're going to give Joe Buck for being that new commentator on the Monday Night Football. Or 50. Didn't you hear that's the breaking news?
50
well, we actually talked about it 2 hours ago, Maxter, but thanks for being right on top of things.
Thanks, Maxter.
Randy is correct, says Randy's chuckle. If the batters spend time learning how to beat the shift will stop. David Peralta spent an entire winter figuring it out after the shifts killed him in 2017. Took analytics 50 days to figure out they needed to stop shifting on him. He batted .622 during that stretch. Just slap the ball, you lazy billionaires.
Yeah, you know what? If it's an outside pitch, go with it. Take it to the opposite field. People like Rod Carew, I don't know. They got in the Hall of Fame by spraying the ball around the damn field. Why don't we go back to that?
King Kenton says, well, since we can't say shut the hell up, Phil, anymore, I'll say shut the hell up, Ralph, but I don't really mean it. Well, if you don't really mean it, don't say it.
That's what my wife does to me too.
He says Omission beer is gluten, and it's he says it's tasty.
Beer? It's tasty.
Omission beer is gluten. Is that gluten free or?
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that out.
Mission beer. All right.
Cold Trickle says, we got an Aussie doodle, and he sent me pictures. That thing looks insane. When a dog has those stone cold blue eyes and an expressive face, you're thinking, great dog, or we are all going to die. And this dog, it looks like a good dog. He says it was a terrible puppy, but he's awesome. Yeah, that's the thing I know about the dog I have. He's certainly a puppy, but he's a good dog. He wants to please. He understands things. He's smart. It's just the training is going to be a little harder than I first thought because the true dog didn't show up for like a week and a half. He was on his best behavior and he's like, okay, these people like me. Now I can relax. And that's what it is. Lost Toby just sent me. He's like, it was a great meme asking for more of those Chicago Fest tickets. Yes, Lost Toby, I'll take care of you. I'm just going to do it right here because you made me laugh. So you want 2 or 4 tickets, Lost Toby? Let me know. I'm just going to give them to you. Jagdog says, Randy, I'm smoking a 10-pound Mexican pork butt tomorrow, probably 8 or 9 hours. So tender and juicy.
Yeah. I mean, what are you running that grill at? What are you running that smoker at? That's going to be the key.
I have a question. What makes a Mexican pork butt?
Yeah, that's a good choice. That's a good question.
Is it the Mexican pig or is it the Mexican flavoring that makes a Mexican pork butt special?
Great question. I would think it's probably the seasoning, but yeah.
Great
question.
Ralph is sitting there going, where's Jeffrey going?
You start talking Mexican and pork butts. I mean, I don't know.
Listen, both our wives are Hispanic.
Yes, they are. So we have that right.
I'm not worried about anybody outside of my own house.
Right.
And she's listening right now. So
Right.
there's not going to be any bad jokes. Okay. It was a pure and honest question.
Still never know where you're going.
Is it a Mexican pig or is it Mexican flavoring that make it the Mexican pork butt?
Did it have an accent? I mean,
Oh, stop, please. Now you're going to get us all in trouble. He says 250 degrees, Randy.
Oh,
250. Nice.
250.
How big is it?
Oh.
How big is it?
His Mexican pork butt or
Yeah.
There
8
we go.
pounds.
Okay, just making sure.
8 pounds, 10 pounds. How big is it?
a big butt.
Well, there's a lag in him answering, so just
Yeah.
calm down, Randy. Give me
Yeah.
that. Give
Oh,
it a minute.
I'm all excited, man. I smoked a pork butt. Was it last weekend? Yeah. Took me about 6 hours. 225.
geez.
It was
I like-
beautiful.
I like cooking stuff under 300 degrees. I feel naughty when it's under 300 degrees, but it's always so much more tender and
I wish you guys
juicy.
could taste this. It was very moist. I tried a new rub on it, a new kind of mixture I'd put together. It was a little sweet, a little savory. Oh my God, it was good.
Jagdog says it's all Mexican seasoning and it's a 10-pound chunk.
10 pound at
pork butt.
250. Have a good day. Have plenty of beverages and enjoy that smoke.
Oh, you don't gotta tell Jagdog twice about the beverages.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, he sent me a picture. Oh, it's a dog. Is that what you're cooking? It's a good looking puppy right there. I think we have the same chew toy. Helly's proctologist says, "Hey, I want a hillside ticket. I want a hillside ticket with the
Yeah,
real fans. Stand up and cheer,
rattlesnake.
please."
Rattlesnake Hill. Yeah.
We have no tickets, people. We have no tickets for the NASCAR, but we do have tickets for Chicago Fest West. Senior Wake and Bake says, Ralph, is that a bottle of beer or a bottle of tears?
Just go with it, Ralph. Just
Yeah,
go with it.
it's already what? It's 5:12.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Why am I getting flipped off by King of Kittens? He just flipped me off. And fish tacos on Friday. Wait, who's the finger for, King of Kittens?
And what color is the finger?
I can't tell. It's shadowy. He's got a bottle of Pacifico on the counter there. He's
Pacifico.
Is that Rubio's? Where are you? Yeah, it's fish tacos. I'm thinking Rubio's. Look, where are you, King Kittens? Donnie, well, everybody's sending pictures of them and their dogs. So now I see Donnie, and what the hell is that? It looks like it's like a buff min pin right there. Sorry, you guys can't see the photograph, but it's a good boy or girl. I can't tell. Roll Tide Kara says, "What is Chicago Fest? Something you'll never get to because you're not going to get tickets because you're calling PETA on me."
Roll down Tide.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you guys had to see that. I don't even know if I want to tell her what it is.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, but I kind of have to. All right. So Chicago Fest West is a celebration of Chicago through music, food, a classic car show, athletes. Jim McMahon will be out there. And it's a big fun thing happening at Mesa Convention Center Saturday, March 19th during Cubs spring training. And all the proceeds benefit College Bound Arizona. What is that? Well, they provide laptops and other support to underprivileged students out there. So if you want to see what it is, Roll Take Care. Ask somebody who knows how to work a computer to get you to chicagofestwest.com. If you can't remember it, have them ask us again. But it's chicagofestwest.com.
Roll down Tide.
Buy your own damn ticket.
Wow.
Good Lord,
Yeah,
man.
go buy your own damn ticket. Scratch Me Because says, did Bob Schwersky get any Chicago Fest tickets? If not, it'd be a travesty. Immediately, in fact, Radio Ron and I were like, we're just giving these to Bob Schwersky. We're not even messing around with that. So King of Kitten says, I am at Rubio's at Tatum and Bell. So who's the finger for? I want to know who the middle finger is for. Ookla sends one too. I know who that's for. But King of Kittens, I don't know where that's being directed. 888-368-1580. So we've gone 2 hours and 15 minutes without even saying congratulations to Grand Canyon University and it was a hell of a game. I was watching that on the ESPN Plus thing on the laptop, and because they were watching something else in the house. But Sam Houston, gave him a hell of a fight right there. 71-66, and it just, you were not sure till the very end where this thing was going to go, huh, Keon?
No, one possession game for the last 10 minutes of the ball game. It went back and forth, and It's a tough defensive team, Sam Houston. That's how they beat people. They're not really that great at scoring. So when they beat people, they're going to grind you down to a nub. I felt like I was listening to a war of attrition. It just kept getting more and more out of hand, where the turnovers started to increase as both sides ramped up the defense. And then second half, Holland happened. Holland Woods, he shows up in those last moments of a game. He just always seems to figure it out. I don't know why.
Sure did. 24 points.
Yeah, and again, like mostly in the second half, he's the closer. I mean, he puts the stamp on these games when the Lopes need him the most, and you got to give him credit for that. I mean, Holland Woods is not a guy that beats people off the dribble very often. He was beating everybody off the dribble. It didn't matter what guard they sent in his direction. He was taking him to school. It was kind of unbelievable.
Man, he drained a three. I think it was towards the end of the first half, and he was just like, "Give it to me. I want this." And he called his shot, and he nailed it. So yeah, he's really come into his own. But okay, so tonight they've got New Mexican State Aggies. Okay, New Mexico State. It's a rivalry game, and they are number one. So what are you thinking on this game, Keon? What are the keys to success for Grand Canyon University?
Well, they're going to have to play the same level of defense that they did yesterday against Sam Houston. They're also going to have to protect the basketball a whole lot better than they did against Sam Houston. I mean, the first half turnovers, I think they had 9 in the first half. They did clean it up in the second half. I don't think New Mexico State lets you do that and truly recover. They've got to protect the basketball. And I think that if they shoot the basketball to the level that they're capable of, they have a good shot to win this game. I think they do.
So have they beat New Mexico State this year?
No.
No.
And the thing is that they know that, like they have this in the back of their mind. And the way that they kind of talked about it yesterday was, look, we're gonna have to play them sometime. So if we're playing them tonight, let's play them tonight. And better to play them tonight than, had the tournament gone some other way and you have to play three nights in a row and then run into them. That's a tougher game for you. You play one game, you grind out a quality Sam Houston team, and now you turn around to a New Mexico State team that you want to beat. You've got all the motivation in the world. You got to make the tournament, and it would be so much sweeter if you could knock them out in the process.
Well, I feel like whoever wins tonight will end up winning the WAC tournament championship on Saturday. So fingers crossed and go Lopes. Lost Toby says, since we're all being kind, since I gave him those Chicago Fest West tickets, he now shows me that, you didn't have to do that. He has a slip there showing that he's donated $25 to Arizona Sports Angels. That's very cool of you, man. I appreciate that. Not even necessary, but it is appreciated. King of Kenton says, well, the middle finger was in support of Roll Tide Cara. I don't even know why. And do you know how difficult it is to take a picture of your own hand flipping the bird, by the way?
Must be difficult.
Well, you didn't have to. It's wasn't
nothing made you do that.
I mean, here's a nice picture of your fish tacos, your nachos, your Pacifico, and look, the FU right there. Thank you for that. Roll Tide Cara says, I feel like we're best friends, Jeffrey. Hey, look, you finally at least got the appropriate color middle finger for me. Nicely done. All right, listen, we have to take a break. When we come back, we have other non-football fish to fry. And of course, we will get ourselves into the area of football. There's so much to talk about, but I don't know. We got some college ball stuff to talk about. We got some hockey stuff to talk about. And I'm sure people will still have some horrible things to say to Ralph. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Basketball tonight. First off, in the NBA, the Phoenix Suns, who are 53-13, play host to the 35-30 Raptors. Phoenix, they sit as a 5-point favorite. The over-under at 222.5. Tonight is the Pac-12 semifinals in Las Vegas. And number 2, Arizona, they will match up against Colorado. Last time these two teams played, Colorado won in Boulder. Arizona, a 9-point favorite. The over-under at 149. The other Pac-12 semifinal, UCLA favored by 6 against USC. For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley on Arizona's sports betting station, 1580 The Fanatic.
There's no doubt that Harmon Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for zero down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hey, Arizona, FanDuel giving you the chance to shoot threes on your son's home court. Just visit the FanDuel Sportsbook at Footprint Arena from March 13th to the 17th. Place any $100 plus bet on the bracket with at least plus 400 odds. Then register at FanDuel.com/Phoenix to get your spot on the court. Plus, join them for the opening night of games at the FanDuel Sportsbook. You can enjoy outdoor terrace at America's #1 sportsbook, watch live games on over 40 TVs. And if you're new to FanDuel Sportsbook, sign up online using promo code Randy1580 through the app to get your first online bet risk-free up to $1,000. Put your basketball shooting skills to the test March 17th. Go to FanDuel.com/Phoenix to get your spot on the court and learn more. Remember, you must be 21 and older, present in Arizona. In-person wager at Footprint Center required. Shootout occurs 3/17 from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342.
At Wendy's, March is madness. With our breakfast Baconator. Sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant. Both made with fresh cracked eggs. Or even a honey butter chicken biscuit. And we're just getting warmed up. Get 50% off the official breakfast of March Madness when you order through the Wendy's app. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
For a limited time, participating Wendy's via app offer only. Account registration required. No discount applies to taxes or fees. Not valid with any other offer.
Contractors, are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go. Serving all types of contractors of any size, licensed in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit CBIalliance.com.
The dictionary describes madness as
frenzy, rage, intense excitement. Yeah, that sounds about right.
We define it like this.
There's the pass to Leitner. Puts it up. The Jackets it through for the win.
The madness is coming. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
The home for March Madness.
Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Now, Ralph, I know your kid's playing some college ball right now on the frozen tundra. So when you see something like this, I'm sure that it makes you want to run to the phone and talk to your kid. But do you see the Ole Miss player who stole second? And he's like, oh, maybe I'll steal third. Oh, maybe I'll steal home. All in one play. Did you see that?
I did see that. That was pretty cool.
That is a huge embarrassment for the other team because it wasn't that this guy was this speedster. I mean, he was pretty quick, but it was more that the defense for that team just went down. Alcorn State, I guess. There's a reason they haven't won, and you got to see it. So all of a sudden, this guy, he's on first base, and there's the wind up for the pitch. He looks over. Oh, he's going to steal, and he throws it to first. The guy is stealing second, and he beats the throw to second. So he's on second. He's like, all right, I got a base. While this is happening, the third baseman comes running towards second to try to help out. Nobody asked him. And well, that was a mistake because the guy on second's like, I definitely can beat him back to third.
Where's the backup?
So he starts running. He runs past that guy who's still trying to get the ball. At the same time, the catcher is running up the baseline to third, try to stop him there. He's safe at third. And then the runner jumps up on the base and looks around and is like, There's nobody at home plate. Runs past him. Just an absolute domino effect of really dumb defense by Alcorn. And, it was an amazing play, but it's not that it was a great steal. It was good for him. Heads up, he's paying attention. But oh my God, that was some of the worst defense I've ever seen from a baseball team.
Yeah, I mean, that coach must have lost his mind. I'm surprised he didn't go out there and pull those guys off immediately. That's just crazy.
Well, if he wasn't drunk before,
or maybe he's the reason those guys are so bad. Who knows, right?
Somebody needs to be fired.
Well, because none of those guys seem to be aware. Like once the third baseman has to come over to try and stop the guy at second, somebody should immediately be thinking.
Anybody.
Oh,
first baseman should run down.
Third's open.
Mm-hmm.
And when it happened again with the catcher, the third baseman actually came back to third base. Like his first thought should be, "Good Lord, give me the ball."
Where the hell is the pitcher?
He's standing around.
When I was coming up in baseball, the pitchers cut all the grief. I mean, the coach would tell these guys to go take a lap just because he was looking at them and they were sitting on the bench. Go take a lap. Just run. Just get the hell out of here and run.
He should have been behind third if the guy was originally on first,
Exactly.
2 bases ahead, and then the catcher should have never ran up to third. And
Well,
if he did, the first baseman should have came down to cover.
Should have
first.
rotated around. Exactly right.
And to be honest, though, that third baseman, nobody needed him there. He wasn't necessary there.
Well,
You didn't even need
that's
her
true.
backup because an outfielder or the shortstop could have moved into a
Exactly.
certain position.
Exactly.
That third baseman should have never moved
Yep.
out of that position. I mean, unless somebody went, "Oh, I've broken my leg," and then that would be even then.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody was there to stop this guy from scoring. So you don't see that very
Oh,
often.
good Lord. The third baseman is just skipping. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so much worse when you watch it again.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep. So you want to see it?
He's skipping.
Go to my Twitter at RadioPal1580 and just scroll down. There's probably some dog pictures and stuff.
Watch it and listen to
It's-
circus music. It's really funny.
Yeah, I mean the Benny Hill music. It's just he jogs over, and he's just kind of like, okay, play's over, and he's kind of like hopping.
Yeah, like he's like, "Oh, we almost got him. Oh, okay."
So really, the catcher had no choice. It's the third baseman was just gone. Yeah, that's boy, that's awful.
Wow.
This should be shown to every single baseball team under the heading, "Don't let this happen to you."
Don't do this.
Oh my God. Just a Tip says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome back to the Blender." Ralph from Harmon Solar. What are you going to do, with your Seattle Russell gear now? How many Denver Russell jerseys have you already bought? Not for nothing. Both Jeffrey and Randy have way better caps than you do right now. Yeah, that's a pretty cool cap.
This
he's
is a
got on
great
there.
cap.
That's
I
what was that
cap. It's
ninja
called
thing?
Pitching
The pitching
ninja.
ninja.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a great cap. I'm not going to get rid of any of my Russell stuff. I mean, I still love Russell Wilson, and he was a great part of the Seahawks organization, and I'll be pulling for him to do the same thing in Denver. I mean, I like the guy a lot. I hope he's successful.
Should we add Denver then to your list?
No,
of
I'm not.
NFL
I'm
teams
not
to be
rooting
rooting
for. I'm not a Bronco fan, but if they're in the Super Bowl and nobody that I like, I mean, I'll
you'll
pull
be
for him.
donning some Broncos gear. Okay,
I'll pull for Russell Wilson. I think he's a class act and he's a good guy. So
It was cute when
Damn you.
the Seahawks. It was cute when when the Broncos showed that picture, like Tom Hanks making Wilson, and they're like Wilson. It was not cute when the Seahawks posted out Tom Hanks, "Wilson, where are you, Wilson?" It's like, hey, you traded him.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
a
but
bad
that's
look
that's
for your
not
social media.
Yeah, but we all know that the social media person is just like one person. That's their job is to try and like lighten the moment.
Not a good look.
When
Their job
teams do
was
stuff
to
like
lighten the
that.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did not
It's-
lighten the moment. If anything, it made poor Ralph even more sad.
Yeah, that person's probably asking right now, "Would you like fries with that?" I mean, because I doubt they have
boy.
one anymore.
No.
So I was not happy with you yesterday, Randy. I was not happy.
You were
with
not happy with me?
You, yes.
The hell did
Because
I do?
You started breaking news every time the Coyotes scored a goal, and
Yeah,
I was like,
and they won.
no,
And-
don't jinx them, man.
I
Don't
didn't
jinx them.
It's a 4-game win streak for my Coyotes. What are you kidding me?
My Coyotes too. I didn't want you to jinx them. I was surprised to see that they actually did win the game 5-4 in overtime. If you had jinxed it, we'd have never gone to overtime. You should have never said a word about it.
I don't know that I don't believe in jinxes, and I was watching the game, and what happened was they got that lead and they started playing not to lose. and they got very they backed
conservative.
off because
Yeah.
to
Should've
build the
never done
lead,
that. You'd
they
never do
were
that.
they were physical. They were punishing, and then once they got the lead, they backed off a little bit. And
Got
then
to stay aggressive, man. Got to stay aggressive.
and you've got John Tavares on those Maple Leafs. You got Austin Matthews, who might actually win the MVP. That team's loaded. You cannot lay off the gas pedal on them, and I thought that's what the Coyotes did. But they recovered really well. So
whether it's football, baseball, hockey, every time a coach does this, it ends up being a losing recipe. If you are playing aggressive and you get the lead, you stay aggressive and keep the lead. Anytime somebody tries to get smart, I got to be careful here now. That's the worst thing you can do. You put your foot on the gas and then, you even push it down even harder. But hey, they did get the win. And so I'm not mad at Randy. I just,
that's good.
That was driving me crazy, man.
I wouldn't be able to sleep
breaking
tonight
news.
if you were mad at me. So.
Just please don't do that anymore. Could you just not do that anymore, please?
The damn Coyotes won, didn't they?
Yeah, but you didn't
It's
know
not like
that.
you. It's a lock.
Okay,
It's not
that
like you.
I'm never doing that again.
I didn't go. It's a lock.
I'll do that for the Cardinals next time. 888-368-1580. So one of the things we haven't talked about yet with Major League Baseball coming back is the fact that they're going to have advertising on their jerseys now for the first time in league history.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Oh no.
I'm not a fan either.
Well, I'm not a fan either, but it's lining up with the NBA. It's lining up.
I don't like that either.
You told us just the other day that the baseball who cries poor every time they're in a CBA conversation, but will also have, over the last few years, like quadrupled, quintupled the amount of money that they have or are bringing in.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this is unnecessary to further visually assault your customers with more ads here, wherever the hell it's going to be. If you really want people to see the most attention, put it on their crotch because they're always reaching down there and it's distracting. You may as well
listen,
put the ad right
come
there.
on, Jeffrey. You've worn those protectors and our guards down there. I mean, listen, you get into a batting stance, take a good swing. I mean, that thing gets all sideways, cattywampus. You got to fix that thing. Got to get that fixed. Otherwise,
I have
one of the
something
jewels are going to get hurting real bad if you don't.
I got something that fills it out so it stays in place. So
well, that might be you, my friend.
Not like so you
I can tell you for us
unfortunate
well-endowed individuals, you got to fix that before it gets cattywampus.
Yeah,
damn.
Mine is curled up in there like
Oh,
like
God.
like a python,
Kind of like a fire hose, right? Yeah.
That's
So yeah, let's get back to these ads on the jerseys. This is why, by the way,
all right,
I never side with the owners on any of these things because they know damn well that if they could have put ads on jerseys without people being mad about it 10 years ago, they would have done it.
Right.
Yeah. It's just about money for them in all of these negotiations. And to me, I hate it because, I watch a little bit of the European soccer and like all of their jersey is ads and our logos in our American sports, they're iconic. They mean something.
It's a bad look. It's a bad look.
Always
all
is.
this clutter because then you're watching the baseball game and they have the green screen thing, kind of like how they do the
behind them,
the first down line. Well, they do that where they put it all over the place, advertisements all over the place that aren't really there. They're not really there in real life. Right. Those things are computer generated. Isn't that enough? Now I got to see some crap on the guy's jersey, and I feel like it takes quite a bit away from just watching.
I hope in these negotiations that the players' union's getting a cut of that, because if not, they missed a wonderful opportunity to stick one to the owners.
It pisses me off when I do a pay-per-view and then the guy comes on and says, all right, tonight's boxing match brought to you by, no, stop there. It's brought to you by my $100 I just paid. I don't need you to keep advertising to me. I paid for this. There shouldn't be brought to me by when I've already shelled out some cash for this damn thing. That pisses me off to no end.
I mean, the uniform is sacred. They shouldn't do that. I mean, unless it's Chico's bail bonds, then I would be okay with that.
That's cool,
right?
That's a throwback that makes sense.
That makes sense. But other than that thing is sacred. I don't want to see that.
So now the NFL is the only one that doesn't have advertising on the jerseys and stuff.
It's coming. It's coming.
I hate it. Hate it. Berg says Chelsea. Ha 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 ha. Hefty Lefty says most dangerous lead in soccer and hockey, 2 goals. Okay. Ukla says there's been more ads on all jerseys. Look at the swoosh Under Armour logo on every jersey in every sport.
Yeah,
It's a little bit different.
It's a little different. Yeah, because at least Under Armour or Nike makes the jersey.
Right.
General Electric does not make the Boston Celtics jersey. So why is their damn logo on it? Kia doesn't make, I don't even know what it, I remember seeing it on somebody's jersey. Bumble does not make the LA Clippers jersey. Why the hell is the logo on there?
Fed Fan says, I wasn't going to text, but how you men can get anything done is beyond me.
We're surprised too.
Us too, yeah.
Sam Boner says, I saw a farewell for Wagner. Was there a farewell from the Seahawks for the guy who kept the team alive all those years, Mr. Wilson?
A farewell?
Well, they made a funny thing with
Oh,
Tom
no,
Hanks,
there
but-
wasn't. I didn't see one for Wagner.
In fact, Bobby Wagner was mad because
He didn't find out from them.
Yeah, he found out, same way we all found out that he was no longer a member of the Seattle Seahawks.
I want to get fired in a way someday where I find out watching the news. Really? Wow, that's amazing. I'm not even mad. Chief Skull says, let's not talk these MLB rules. I want the shift so guys learn to play baseball like they should. I want pitchers to hit because you do that learning baseball growing up. I don't care about another job for a one-trick pony who only hits and you don't learn DH. I don't like the DH at all. And this home run to decide for an all-star, what kind of candy ass crap is that?
Well, now listen, this is an exhibition game, and who wants to see an all-star game where nobody's really trying hard to go into extra innings? 18 innings, all of a sudden it's a National League, American League knotted at 3 after 27 innings. Nobody wants to see that. You go to the 10th inning if it's not decided. You bring some meat hooks out there and let them go long, and whoever wins, and then shut it down and send these guys back to their teams. I have no problem with that.
I don't either.
Lost Toby says, did you guys know that Broncos legendary quarterback Russell Wilson used to play for the Seattle Seahawks? And Keon, as a Washington football fan, maybe you should start believing in jinxes.
Why?
Wow.
Team owner bought the team. They haven't done anything since he bought the team. Where's the jinx? That's just logic.
They've done a lot of things. They've padded his pockets with billions of dollars.
Yeah, correct. So worst owner in sports, buy sports team bad. Where's the jinx?
You need to hire that girl that took down Donald Sterling. That's what you need to do. Harley's Hammer says, we all pay to watch the commercials already, every channel, whether cable, stream, or satellite. What a joke. I'm sick of all of it.
Yep.
And with that, it's time for commercial. We'll be back right after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
The Renaissance Festival is back.
Weekends now through April 3rd.
It's awesome.
I love it. It's great for the family. All our kids love it. That's why we come here.
Good times can be had by all. It's the best time we have every year. It's a great time for everyone. Join us at the Renaissance Festival. Huzzah!
Come and have a turkey leg. The Renaissance Festival is back.
Weekends now through April 3rd. Discount tickets available at Dashes and Food City or Arizona.renfestinfo.com. Presented by Delta Airlines, Dashes, Food City, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Guinness.
Come out here and you'll have a good time. My kids love it.
There's lots of shops to go to. Hair braiding, boot face painting. Oh, and I really like the meat sticks, the turkey. Whoa! Huzzah!
There's so much going on. Make sure you come out early and stay all day.
Delta Airlines is the official airline of the Arizona Renaissance Festival, a proud sponsor of the Royal Fair. Huzzah!
Bruce Jacobs here again from my friends at ProCopy. For the last year, you've heard me talk about how ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available for over 20 years, plus their outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. Now part of Flex Technologies Group, they are committed to ProCopy's industry leadership and excellence. Whether you have branches anywhere in the U.S. or right here in Arizona, you can count on ProCopy and Flex Technologies Technologies for all your office equipment needs. They focus on print, document management, document production, and managed IT, representing the best brands such as Canon and Ricoh. They proudly serve over 35,000 customers nationally. They still remain a local company and continue to give back to the community. The ProCopy Foundation has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Give them a call, 602-PRO-COPY. That's 602-776-2679, and tell them Bruce Jacobs sent you. Contractors, listen up. This is Bruce Jacobs. Are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go, serving all types of contractors of any size and license in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
1580 The Fanatic.
And at 1580thefanatic.com.
Your home for sports.
As we head to the home stretch on this Friday on the Daily Blender, want to remind you that FanDuel is giving you a chance to shoot threes on your son's home court. Just visit the FanDuel Sportsbook at Footprint Center. Means you got to go down to the Footprint Center, go in the FanDuel Sportsbook there. Between March 13th and the 17th, place any $100 or more bet on the bracket with at least plus 400 odds. Then register online at fanduel.com/Phoenix to get your spot on the court. You can join them for opening night of games of the NCAA playoffs at the FanDuel Sportsbook. You can enjoy the outdoor terrace there at America's #1 sportsbook and watch the live games on over 40 different televisions. Due to FanDuel, sign up online using promo code Randy1580 through the app. Get your first online bet up to $1,000 risk-free. Put your basketball shooting skills to the test March 17th. Go to fanduel.com/Phoenix to get your spot on the court and learn more. Remember, 21 or older, present in Arizona. In-person wager at the Footprint Center required. Shootout occurs March 17th between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Restrictions apply. See full terms at fanduel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. Jeffco.
All right, so we have good news from Big George. 888-368-1580 says it won't be till next season that the logos show up. No advertising logos will be on player uniforms this season.
Good.
So
right,
good, I guess that's some good news.
I mean, I
there.
can't imagine a Dodgers or a Yankees or a Red Sox uniform with some stupid advertising.
Yeah, that's sacrilegious.
Braves uniform with a stop.
King of Kenton says NFL practice jerseys have advertising on them. Yeah, they've been sticking their toe in that damn water, haven't they? Chief Skull says those company logos are in jerseys for the exact reason Keon could rattle off which logo was on what jerseys. Yeah, but that's different. That's a brand of the equipment. It's not necessary. I mean, I know that is part of the deal. They're trying to get exposure, but that is the brand of the equipment, like the shoes or the jersey or the whatnot. So it doesn't really punch you in the face like all of a sudden, you're going to have, like hymns, like,
Yeah. I
would not want to be the team that's where the hymns logo.
I understand what he was saying. It is effective. Like I know which teams are connected with which ads, but I hate it. The fact that I know also makes me mad.
Yeah.
Senior Wake and Bake. This is the last one. Yeah. Hey, Ralph, no more happy days in Seattle. Bitch Pigeon has more heart than you, Ralph. What are you talking? He's hurting Senior Wake and Bake. Why are you saying these things?
I will say today's show has been therapy for me. Just listening to Keon and what he's going through, it makes me feel better.
And it can always be worse, right?
I mean,
years of it.
His whole life, he's never seen it. And so I feel for him. He can only watch it on old grainy video. So
that's all I've got.
Yeah,
it's a VHS tape.
I feel
it's Doug Williams and beating Denver in the 80s. That's all I've got.
Who was the running back? Riggins.
Riggins. John Riggins. Riggo.
How would you feel, Ralph, if instead of what did happen, this happened? Colts trade Carson Wentz to the Seahawks for Russell Wilson. That is not outside of the realm of possibility, would you then still feel sorry for Keon, or would you be ready to say, bleep all of you guys, I'm a Rams fan now?
I would have blew my brains out. I mean, that's just
a little bit of it. Probably
There's
that's
no
a strong
future. There's no
overreaction
future.
there.
Well, you know how emotional you can get about sports. I mean, that'd be hard. I feel for the
Yeah.
guy. I really do. I think you got no future right now. I hope they do something in the draft in 2 years.
I mean, it's not that there's like no future. It's that this team has been middle for like 10 years. That they've been a quarterback away for a decade. I mean,
the good news is Carson Wentz will be on the IR by week 6. So
No, he sprained his wrist signing the contract. He'll be out for 6 weeks.
Yeah. Whole
Just
season.
the tip says big hockey text. From day one, I've been in favor of how Bill Armstrong is building this Coyotes team. He's fixing
Yeah.
the payroll, getting young talent, loading up. It sounds like what you said, Randy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to skip ahead to something that sounds like his own words. Yeah, all good. Sun Devil Niner says,
Come on, man. Read his text.
well, we only have
Gosh.
so much time. All right, fine. He says he's fixing the payroll, getting young talent, and loading up the first round draft picks. Then he'll get a couple of scorers and a top 5 goalie. When Armstrong was part of the team that won the cup in St. Louis, that's how they did it. And a 2 goal score difference is the most dangerous score in hockey.
And
now
what's-
he's just repeating something somebody else said too.
which is crazy because the Coyotes are beating some of these teams while taking less shots because they're not quite as talented, so they're not getting as many shots. But the shots that they do take, quality shots.
It will be interesting to see what they do in the offseason coming up, knowing that they're going to be playing at the ASU Multi-Purpose Center and see if they load up in this offseason, if they spend money on this team, or if they just let this team kind of roll till they get some sort of a contract in a bigger arena.
Do you think that a guy like Bill Armstrong comes in if you're not willing to spend?
Well, I think see, it's hard for me to say yes or no's because they did not know when Bill Armstrong came in that they were going to be playing at the 5,000 seat arena in Tempe.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to get everything worked out with the city of Glendale. Glendale, as stupid as they are going to let an arena sit empty and let a major hockey franchise go off to Tempe and play in some kiddie pool. Meanwhile, they're not making a damn penny over here in Glendale.
Like, at least make it work for a year so
Right,
you can make
I
some
mean,
cash. I don't know.
Figure something out here. Give them a temporary contract and let's move along here. Dear God.
Yep. Hefty Lefty says at least the Harley Davidson logo kind of works with the Bucks green jersey. The orange makes it look like they're hunting uniforms and they're hunting the mascot or something. Berg says the Coyotes are better than Montreal.
Well, that's sad but true. Yeah.
Chief Skull says Ralph should be coddled because someone went in the chicken coop and plucked all the chickens that made a difference on his team. He's hurting. Let's not kick a man while he's down, or he may have Jeffrey, Keon, and Randy wear logos, 1580 jerseys during the show. Well, a lot of times we do wear our 1580 shirts.
Harmon Solo logo shirts.
I wear a
Just
Harmon
saying.
Solar. I'd wear a Harmon Solar logo. I don't care about that.
I don't have one, but if I had a
I think
Harmon
you
Solar
should get
shirt, I'd wear it.
tattoos. I mean, I think that would.
Well, now hold on.
Yeah, slow your
Harmon
roll.
Solar tattoos. I like to see Keon with a Harmon Solar tattoo on his forehead.
There might have to be forehead.
Forehead and right
There's
hand.
No
Dear
way my
God,
girlfriend
it's
is
the
signing
end
off
of
on that. So I think we can just end the
gone too
conversation right there.
All right, you know what? Before Ralph gets more delusions of grandeur, maybe it's time that we go ahead and take care of this business. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1945, Byron Nelson, widely considered one of the greatest golfers of all time, began a PGA record 11 tournament winning streak as he teamed with Jug McSpadden in the Miami 4-ball tournament at Miami Springs Golf Club. That's right, 1945 was the only time you'd ever know a guy named Jug McSpadden and take him seriously. Jug McSpadden. I'm sorry, I don't even care about the rest of this On This Day in history. Why don't I know somebody named Jug or just Jug McSpadden? What an awesome name.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm very distracted by that.
We could call you Jugs O'Brien if you'd like.
Jugs O'Brien.
No, that was my mom. That's that wouldn't be right.
That wasn't right.
if I keep eating my wife's cooking, I will be Jugs O'Brien. Gotta trim it down a little bit
Randy's
here.
gonna need oxygen in a second.
Anyways, I'll finish reading the history thing. Let's see here. Tournament, 11 winning streak. Carried the streak solo all the way through the Canadian Open. Just really can't get past Jug McSpadden. I'm sorry. I don't care about the rest of this, to be honest. Just gotta. Next dog is going to be Jug McSpadden. That's going to be his name. We got Buddy and Jug. Get in here, Jug. That's a great name for a dog, isn't it?
Wow.
Jug. You start screaming up back. Jug. Yep. That's people are like, the hell's that guy? What is that? Jug McSpadden.
Oh my gosh.
That is an amazing name. If I were going to have any more babies, they'd all be named Jug McSpadden O'Brien. They'd have to explain that bleep at school. All right, Tiffany, Dakota, Jug.
It's named after my mom.
He'd be back there wearing sunglasses, smiling. Damn right.
No, mom's name was Jugs.
That was Jugs
So
O'Brien.
jugs or taps.
Do you think that if you name a kid Jug in today's world, they won't be called Jugs every day of their life?
Better than a boy named Sue. You know?
That's the life you set him up for.
He'll wear sunglasses every day, and he'll know how to fight. Big George says Jug McSpadden actually won the 1944 Phoenix Open. Okay, that's absolutely my dog's next name, Jug. Because I think it'd be child abuse if I named a kid Jug McSpadden. To be honest, it wouldn't be. Their first name would be Jug McSpadden. It's not a middle name. It's not a last name. It's just Jug McSpadden. That's their whole name. Oh, that's awesome. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, don't yell that out the back door. You'll have the whole female neighborhood at your back door. Promise. I mean, I'm happily married, but if that were going to work, all you single men, give it a shot tonight. Jugs! Jugs! And if they show up, oh, dear Lord, we're on to something here, aren't we?
Pretty sure somebody at Mardi Gras can make that work.
Jeez. Well, that's beads. And then you get to see the jugs. That's how that works.
Wow.
But according to Boomer Sooner, this might just work without the beads.
Apparently.
That's a savings. Let's see. Hefty Lefty says, if I get free solar system for my house, I'll tattoo Harman Solar on my calf.
My calf.
That's hardly.
How about on your
worth
jugs? Would you put it there?
Harman Solar on each jug. Harman Solar.
Oh boy.
Although Hefty Lefty's a muscle guy. He's a lifter. So he's got those like where you can flex the pecs kind of thing. You can see Harman Solar going boom, boom.
You can see the sun just kind of moving back and forth.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It's gotten very weird.
Yeah.
Commando Duke says, hey, Keon, where did you rank Wentz as far as the top three quarterbacks we've had in the Snyder era? Alex Smith, Brunell, RG3. Where do you put Carson Wentz there, buddy?
I mean, as sad as this is, Carson Wentz is like second. After a healthy RG3, you know what?
And why are you mad about it then? If he's the second best quarterback.
Because that's the bar is in the basement.
Still, second best. That's not bad, Keon.
For our franchise, that's terrible. That's
I don't know
terrible.
bad.
Because the team still isn't better. We could have drafted a guy, Jeffrey. We could have drafted a quarterback and developed the next best quarterback. And if it doesn't work, guess what? It doesn't cost you $28.5 million of cap space. We're done for this offseason. Free agency is a grand opening, grand closing for the Commandos.
I'm going to distract him right now. Why do you think Lincoln Riley has so many damn bathrooms in his house? Why does he have 12 different bathrooms in his house?
He's a big fan of Taco Bell.
Maybe that's it. He did move to California. $17.2 million on his new oceanfront estate.
No, jeez.
You know, listen, whenever I've looked at the $1 million houses, it's always like, 4-bedroom, 8-bath, or 5-bedroom, 17 bathrooms. Why do rich people need so many bathrooms? You know, why?
Ralph, we don't have to get away from their wife. I have no idea.
That's it. Where were you? Goes in the bathroom.
Bathroom number 7 down
It's
the hall.
always the right answer. Good thinking. But yeah, I never understand why you have a mansion and then there's like way more bathrooms than could ever be needed.
I'm more
Ever.
worried about him spending $17 million on a house. He has a lot to prove for USC.
In this market, that's a
mean,
3-bedroom
that's a
bath. No, here's his house.
It's a tiny home.
This is what Lincoln Riley got as the new USC head coach. 13,000 square foot, 7 bedroom, 12 baths. Again, 5 more bathrooms than you need.
Why does he need that big of
Maybe
a house?
as he's
I'm still on the
recruiting,
bathrooms.
he's going to have people sleep over when he recruits.
In the bathroom?
Well, that's Jim Harbaugh.
That's Jim Harbaugh.
5-car garage, elevator, 7 fireplaces, a
Wow.
movie theater, a tennis court, a putting green, a sauna, 600 bottle wine room, and a guest house.
He has an elevator.
Can I just say, you only need as many bathrooms as you have bedrooms. You need a +1 for like the guests, by the front door. After that, each bedroom gets a bathroom. That's too many damn bathrooms. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
This is why the terrorists hate us. Okay, they're counting how many bathrooms versus bedrooms we have, and that's what pisses them.
That's it, huh?
He has IBS. I mean, I don't know.
It's like that Monty Python skit, the race for the incontinent, and they kept running and then running off the field and coming back on and running back off the field. All right.
Yeah, by the time he makes it from his kitchen to his bedroom, there's a pit stop along the way.
I hope he has solar to power all the fans that need to be going in all those bathrooms.
Oh boy. Oh, boy.
All right, guys, that'll be it for us. Good luck to Grand Canyon University tonight. Let's see what happens. Hopefully they'll make it to the tournament and win the thing. We'll talk to you guys on Monday. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. See you guys.